Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Tune in.
Give you a jab to the nose and make you say what's up. I'm in the club, nigga, talk with the long barrel. When the music stop having say goodnight.
Shoot.
People hate me, man, I really
Yes, we are live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already on it.
All right.
Got my family and I don't get
Now with your other phone, go to YouTube. So this way you'll be able to see the comments. Even though you're gonna sit on the screen too. And live in color. I got you there, Tony M. We see you.
All right.
Tony be on it. Listen, Tony, this is the podcast you want to see right here. If you ever wanted to see one, this is the one right here. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. All systems to go. I appreciate it. Hey, Tony is really my engineer. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see me put comments up from Tony. So what he does is see all systems are go. Okay. Everything sounding good, he said. Don't be nervous now.
I'm not.
Okay now. Hey, listen, because listen, you got all the answers.
I'm always
listen, I need to get my pad together. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
I know.
I tell everybody that I know that's viewing to get their pen and paper.
Oh shit, I'm about to get my stuff together. Tony, when I tell you this information is gonna be good, man. Hold on.
Try niggas on pickups just like they did in Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gonna be in the casket, people trying to coffin on you. For so many hoes, these I can play golf on you. Motherfuckers stop pretending I'm a new ever. J-Bo getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, I hate me, nigga.
You tuning in, Jazz?
She find like she never in the bitches.
You tuning in, YouTube?
J-Bo getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, I hate me, nigga, but I'm still.
You're listening, huh?
Fuck that shit, bro, I'm tired of being nice. White shit in your head, this Mac is not a fucking lice.
Yeah. Okay, we got Charlie Green out here. Good evening, everyone. I appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all don't know who I have on the show today. I'm trying to tell you, this is the show that you want. Just the sounds of Jay Will.
The beginning of a new era. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, I hate me,
That's on volume,
yes. She find legacy never in the bitch.
Yeah, you like that. You like that. That thing was.
I like good music.
It had a little flavor to it.
Yeah.
That's my little baby brother.
Okay.
You know, I tell everybody I'm proud of that thing right there. That was made 18 years ago. You know, history. Let me get everything set up here for your assistant, so she makes sure she's tracking and doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Making it go.
Yes.
All right. We almost got it straight here. This is the episode people going to want right here. I'm telling you, if you own a business, period, it doesn't matter what type of business, but you know what I'm saying, we might cater a little more to trucking, but if you have a business, I'm telling you, this is going to be the episode you want. This is the episode you're going to need. This is the episode that's probably going to get sent out across the land, you know, and I'll tell you that because, let me, one more second, I'm trying to get somebody straight on their stuff, so they make sure they're doing it. Let me see here. Where's it at? Here we go. Live right now. Boom. Make sure your volume down. Okay, your volume's down. All right, then. So we're good. All right. Hey, welcome everybody. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in right now. This episode, I'm telling you, is very important. If you own a business, if you want to get in business, one of the things that happens the most to businesses is that they fail because one, taxes eat them up. They don't have the paperwork together. They listen to their uncle or aunt who used to have a business back in '73 when taxes were a little different. Well, this is the way I used to do it, boy. This is the way I used to do it, girl. One of those type of things, right?
Right.
But I'm telling you, that's no more. The IRS is not playing in a lot of ways. If you have a bank account, you won't have no money because they will go in there and get it because that's part of the deal with business accounts. If you don't understand it, even your personal account, they go get it if they want it out of there too. But this young lady here, when I tell you, I searched high and low to get somebody that really knew what they were doing. I told you what we bring here on Fivecast. We're gonna bring the real people here who know what's going on, who's gonna give you the education. It's not just about, like I said, it ain't about getting your credit straight. It ain't about just getting business credit. It ain't about just starting a business. My thing is here at Fivecast, we want you to maintain and keep and sustain your business. You know what I'm saying? So we have somebody here today that's gonna bring that real that she does, and you might know her by Shanda Money. You know what I'm saying? Because she got all the money. I wish I had some of the money that she has, but she's doing her thing. So without further ado, Miss Henderson, I welcome you to the show, and my crowd of Fivecast welcomes you.
Thank you.
All right. So we bring you on in today, and the thing, if you could just kind of give us a little background about you, you know what I'm saying, so they can kind of understand who we're talking to today.
Well, I think that's going to take too much time.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
So who is Miss Henderson? Who is that? Where's she from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
You got to come a little closer to that thing.
Columbus,
dynamic.
Ohio.
Okay, Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a Buckeye.
Buckeye all day. Shout out to my cousin Saria Smith. I told you my Aunt Jackie and my cousin Saria, she went to Ohio State, so she's really big on that thing out there. Okay, even though she's from North Carolina, but she lives in Ohio. That's where she went to school at. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you're from Ohio. So do you come from a business background, family part of business? I mean, tell me a little something.
So I believe that a lot of my family have also had businesses and things like that.
Right.
And I think that sometimes it does come in the bloodline. Some people are not born with a good hustle mentality.
Right.
And sometimes they, have to crawl more than others.
Right.
But yes, I believe a lot of entrepreneurs have been in my family for years.
Okay. So you had that thing coming up because you probably see some people. So now tell me, when you got out of school, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what part of school. You could have been college or high school, whatever. It doesn't matter. What did you do? What's your first job out of school?
Out of school, I was doing fast foods.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I was doing fast foods.
Where you at?
I was at Wendy's.
Come on now. You didn't give me the number 2 now. I need you the number 2 at Wendy's. That's what I want.
Wendy's. That was my first job.
Okay.
And I didn't have a car.
Ooh.
And I would walk.
Come on now. You didn't catch the bus?
Didn't catch the bus. I would walk.
Okay. Ooh. So you were dedicated. So right now I see the entrepreneurial spirit, the mindset, because every time you probably walk into work, you say, you know what, I'm going to do something. I don't have to go work for somebody at some point, right? Okay. So after Wendy's, what we do? You don't have to go really chronologically, but really like the next big step.
Well, the next big step was taxes.
Okay, taxes. So you said, hey, I'm going to run out here to H&R Block or something?
It was an H&R Block right across the street. I said, you know what? I need a second job. I said, there's not enough money.
Huh? Okay.
So I went, got that job.
Right.
Then I got a third job as a waitress.
Okay, come on. So did you leave Wendy's?
No, I did all three at the same
time. So you did
time.
Wendy's, H&R Block. And then you had the nerve to go and do a waitress job, you said?
Yes, I did. I worked at Wendy's early in the morning.
Okay.
From 6 to 10.
Ooh.
Then I walked the Cookers. And I also waitress at Cookers. It could have been from lunchtime to 4.
But you was in there.
Then from 5 to 10 or whenever.
See, I'm not even about to listen to you right now. You ain't gonna tell me.
I stayed there. Yes, I did. I walked to these 3 places.
What?
Even at a time I was pregnant.
See, now.
Yes.
So you pushing it like that.
Yep. And I was 18.
18 years old, determined. Wasn't playing.
It wasn't enough money. Even the second job wasn't enough
money.
Right.
Huh?
So the third job.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm learning taxes.
Okay. So
now
you're
really seeing dollar signs.
You're seeing some numbers moving around and stuff from this.
And taxes. I'm seeing businesses and I'm coming across all different types of lives and characters.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So, and some people want to educate you.
Okay.
Some people want you to do better.
Right.
And I was blessed to put in that office, in the position around a lot of people that wanted to see me do better.
Okay. All right.
To teach me what I needed to know to do better.
So that's my favorite thing right there. So you telling me there were some people that around you that wanted you to win.
Right.
Not just to work, but they wanted you to win at working.
Right.
Okay. See, that's part of my team right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's our slogan right there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want us to win more than you, then something wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So you're learning some things. You're preparing taxes. You're looking at business taxes, right? So at the same time, you're kind of learning, okay, who makes money? What type of money? What type of occupation, right?
Right.
You
correct.
know? Okay.
Correct. But I also started as reception.
Okay. So you was out there.
So I'm greeting people as they walk in, and then I'm also looking in the back, like, okay, so they're preparing taxes and I'm seeing the money that's being made. And one time, a woman came across me and she said, you know, in this business, somebody will always need somebody to do taxes.
True. That is so true.
Okay. So that right there, I was like, you know what? I see the longevity. And anything I do, I try to see longevity.
Okay.
Even when I went to Wendy's to apply for the job, I was thinking like, okay, this will get me some money to save up.
Okay.
And do better. Correct?
Right.
Okay. So any occupation is not about how much you make. It's actually about what you do with the money that you make.
The discipline aspect of it.
Yes.
Okay. So now, you're looking at tax returns, or you create. No, you say you're a receptionist.
I was a receptionist in the beginning.
I gotta get my stuff right. Yes. You're a receptionist. Okay. So, your first year there, right? Would you say it was kind of like, hey, I'm kind of learning the process?
I'm learning everything. I'm watching everything.
You're watching everything.
I'm at every desk, actually looking at the computer screen because I want to learn more. Okay. I don't want to just answer the phones and reach your customers.
So
that would be nice.
Okay, so you tired of answering the phones. So now what do? You grab Bob and them and say, hey, look, Bob, I'm not messing with this front desk no more.
Right.
Let's go. Mm-hmm. Okay, what happened?
Go into classes.
Okay, so
that's one thing I do appreciate about H&R Block. Okay. Even though I wasn't with them, I was with them for a long time.
Right.
But I also branched off to do my own thing.
Okay. We ain't got there yet. We won't go there yet.
Right.
I'm still trying to get you.
Yeah.
While you still in the office, and you trying to take
I was
some
learning classes. You know, everything is about education. Right. And when you're dealing with taxes, it's just a form of reading and knowing which forms to put with what. So they would send you to the class.
Okay.
And you'll get paid for your classes.
Right.
And you'll be certified for each tax form that you complete.
Right.
And things. And you have to learn about the education behind each tax form.
Okay. All right. So now say if we have form 11A, right? Form 11A means something. Mm-hmm. Okay. So form 11B means something. So correct. you telling me that if I had this form, that I really need to get educated on that form, right? Okay. And then once the next form comes in, I need to get educated on that particular form. So this way I know which way to go.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I'm repeating some things because I'm a little slow. I'm from North Carolina. Okay. Right. You know, so this way I understand.
Right.
Okay. So go ahead now. So you educating yourself on different forms.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Just different aspects.
Okay. Give me a business aspect where something would be different.
It could be real estate taxes.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Okay. Go ahead.
Property taxes.
Right.
That's a different form. So you need to take the class so that you know how to operate that form correctly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So there's some tax people, right, that can do taxes, but they can't do all taxes.
Well,
you ever seen those people? You ever seen some of those people?
I wouldn't say that. Some people will attempt.
Right.
But you should also know what you're doing in each line. And even though it tells you line for line what to do.
Right.
If you're unsure, you may need to do a little bit more research.
Okay. All right.
And the H&R Block was good at that. They was sending us to classes every week, every day, every night.
Right.
Things like that. They really put you on game.
Right. Okay. So you're learning. You're building your craft up. You're learning these forms. And so you're there for how long? After the training, now on the H&R dime. Okay. Not an entrepreneur piece yet.
Right.
From the H&R piece. How long were you there?
I was there for 11 years. 11
years. So you were 11 years H&R Block, thorough training, retraining, refresher training, because training is everything. And you gave H&R Block a great shout out. You said, hey, the one thing they're good at is training, right?
Yes.
Okay, because they want to keep that contract being good with the IRS to make sure they can be the number one person
in which they
company.
are.
They are number one. Okay, well that's good. So if you get some H&R certification, you good then, basically.
Well, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, they are number one.
Right.
For some reason.
Okay. Number one for some reason. So now, during the course of that 11 years, right? You said 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do anything else outside of that?
Yes.
And what we do?
I own my own cleaning service.
Okay, time out right now. So now, listen, you done been to Wendy's and all these other places. You done went to H&R Block. You had a reception. You wasn't happy with the reception job. You tell them you want to learn the forms. Now you're in the back doing taxes. And you're going to tell me, you said you're going to start a cleaning business at the same time?
Yep, I did that. Yes, sir.
Determined, huh?
Determined.
Yep. So you had the cleaning business?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else? Because I know you're going to slap some moments.
Well,
during the 11 years
I tried to do the wedding planning thing.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with wedding planning. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see a profit in it.
Okay. So you're smart enough to understand where to take your losses, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I got out of that real quick.
Right. What else we do?
I sold Mary Kay.
Okay. The K got you.
Yeah, I mean it's a hustle.
It is, right? Know? And they got a nice, beautiful building. They got a nice, beautiful building up in Dallas.
It's also a business.
Oh my God!
You can actually make a good profit.
I seen the building. I know.
Yeah,
that building is not
and
there for no reason. And they
wasn't just giving those Cadillacs away for nothing.
Woo! Yeah. Listen, pink ladies be riding around doing it big.
Yes, it is a good makeup line. Okay. It's just a hustle.
Right. Okay. So like anybody that can push Mary Kay. You're a beast. You're an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. You even go over there on that side. Okay, so we did cleaning business. We did wedding planning, but we said, no, we ain't gonna do that right there. We jumped over here on Mary Kay on them. What else we get?
Right. Well, the trucking. I got into
trucking. Hold up. Was that within 11?
No.
Okay, so I'm trying to stay I'm trying to stay within this 11 years now. I'm trying to see what we're doing now.
That was the cleaning business. I did the cleaning business for 7 years.
7 on the books.
I had a contract with the apartment complex.
Oh, come on. You don't got the contract too?
Yes, I did.
That guarantee money. Come on,
did it every day.
Was it good business?
It was until you get burnt out and get tired. Right. Okay. And that's why a lot of people hire people for help.
Right.
Which I didn't have that much of a means to do.
Okay.
Because I had a small window of a budget.
Right.
So it really was just feeding me and my family. And it actually was successful 7 years.
7 years.
I stayed with that apartment complex specifically for 7 years.
7 years. Oh my goodness, that is great. So now we done hit Wendy's. What you call it? Start with a C. Chucky's.
It was Cookers.
Cookers. Okay, we had Cookers on the books. We was doing a thing there. You were walking. Okay, you saw H&R Block across the street. We fell up in H&R Block. We did the reception thing for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Saw some forms go across the desk. Said, no, I want to learn the forms.
Right.
I'm gonna hit this for 11 years. Okay. And in 11, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start old cleaning service on the books right here. I'm gonna try a wedding plan. I ain't want to do that too much longer, so I dropped that. I put Mary Kay on the side. Made that, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, whatever. But the cleaning service, 6 years.
The cleaning service,
yeah,
it was about 7 years.
About 7 years. Okay, so 7 years. So you were doing your thing, you know. And the reason why I'm doing this, I'm not trying to date age. That's why I ain't say no number of age or whatever. I'm just looking at the hustle.
Right.
I'm just looking at the entrepreneur spirit. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, the thing that I really capture is this right here. You were working in H&R Block where you could see different companies, right? And could even build a database of different businesses, you know what I'm saying? And see what their net profits are. You know what I'm saying? You know, to see what they were bringing in, the revenue and stuff like that, which can really ultimately help you kind of look at different fields and what to get into. You know what I'm saying? So, which is really like a smart data planning type of thing as you continue to become an entrepreneur that you were. Okay, so now let's get on over here to 11. We're at the 11-year mark. Okay, what happened?
What happened is over the years, like you said, seeing other people making lots more money.
Right.
You know, just seeing things that interested me, like farms and things like that. People that own farms.
Ooh, come on now.
Okay.
I mean, you had a little conversation
Don't
about that the other day.
overlook those people that may look raggedy and poor to you. Okay.
No, because you know we like to see everybody with shiny stuff. You know we're not gonna look at anybody unless they got shiny stuff and they got stuff they can't afford. That's who we look at.
Right.
Right.
But those tax returns were the ones that actually interested me the most.
Right. Because those forms that for those things tell you about certain credits you can get.
Exactly.
And how to do ad credits
and the benefits that you can reap.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. That's what they're doing out there. All right. So now we're getting close to the nitty gritty. Okay, we're getting very close, especially the stuff I want to ask about. But so now you start to look at that stuff, and so what do you do?
Now at that point in my life, I think I got tired and burnt out on just dealing with people in general.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for myself. So I started my own tax service.
Okay, so you said, listen, H&R Block, we ain't gonna do this no more. We're gonna go ahead and get our own stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You gave me great training. I appreciate you. I always give you a thumbs up. But I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I've started multiple businesses already. So I know how to do this because I've been doing it for 11 years already at this point. I want everybody to understand that because I don't know if they get people who are understanding that H&R Block trained, know how to do it, know how to read the forms for 11 years. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she probably knows what she's talking about. I just had to get it out there.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So even though I was already doing my own business,
right,
I just wasn't doing it at a magnitude because I'm sleeping and eating for H&R Block. I'm literally working 12 hours a day.
Right.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Oh my goodness.
Because now, okay, I'm using the waitress job just to pay for my traveling and, you know, things that I'm doing on the fun side. But I'm like, okay, H&R Block is paying me more. So I can leave the other Wendy's and all that other stuff. I can leave that alone. But when H&R Block made a pay cut, that made me really think, you know what, now it's time to really focus more on my business.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Okay. So you decided to take that leap. Yeah. All right. Was it scary at the time? Because you're going to totally walk away from H&R Block. So was it scary because you had to go find clients?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Honestly, you know why? Because all of my clients at H&R Block followed me.
Right. And I was going to ask, did they have some type of thing that make you sign saying, hey, if you did go start your own thing, that you can't take any of our customers?
And I believe so.
Okay.
But that was not something that anybody, I mean, you know, when you have a business, right, you have to think this is all business. So if that means that I'm taking the clients of mine out of the office of H&R Block, this right, is business. Right. It's up to the client.
True.
Who they choose.
Right. And you're right. I totally agree. So, I don't care if somebody was over here about my taxes. I'm like, listen, this is where I'm going. And right. That's the deal. Right. Okay. So you started your business. What year was that?
That was so long ago.
Okay. Don't put it out there.
I can't really,
just guesstimation.
Probably during the time I was with H&R Block.
Okay.
Probably 09.
Okay. We're gonna use 9 just for giggles.
Yeah.
We're gonna use it just for giggles.
Right.
9. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So in 9, that means some experience right there. Then.
Oh yeah.
That's what that means. Mm-hmm. That's some experience. Yeah. 9.
2009.
You know what year it is?
I don't even want to know.
No, I'm talking about the experience.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah,
that's serious right there. Mm-hmm. Listen, if anybody's on here, if you getting your business tax done by anybody on earth, then you're wrong. This is you need to contact her ASAP because I'm telling you, she got that fire. Yes. But see, when we get into the meat and potatoes, I'm telling you, it's really gonna blow your mind. Go ahead, girl. I'm sorry. I'm excited right now because I'm excited. I really am excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
So you started your business. Did you make it mobile? Did you say I'm gonna get a brick and mortar? I mean, what we do?
No, I was anywhere anybody would call me. I'm going from state to state, city to city. Anywhere you would call me to come and handle some business, I was coming.
Oh, I'm not go ahead.
Yeah, I was coming.
Right.
So it didn't matter. I would do it over the phone. You could contact me over the phone. You could come by my house.
Right.
So forth and so forth.
Okay. So you do different states?
Different states.
So it didn't matter. Even though you was in Ohio, so it didn't matter if you did somebody's taxes in Florida?
No.
So as long as you knew the tax code
or
whatever.
As long as you knew the state taxes.
Right.
See, all federal is going to be the same.
Okay. Got it.
As long as you knew the state taxes, and a lot of times software is going to walk you through it.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So 2009, we got the business going. When did you decide to get into, what was your next business?
Trucking.
Okay. What year did you decide to get into trucking?
That was 2016.
Okay, so 16. So you're doing your tax business from 9 to 16, right?
Right.
Doing it big. You're doing business taxes and personal taxes and business taxes. And so you decided to go, I mean, what you do, a truck ride by your house and you just saw it, looked at it and said, I'm going to go get the truck?
No, I said I'm going to own a truck. So whatever I have to do to own my own truck
is
what I'm going to do. If that means go to my CDLs,
yeah,
that's what I did.
So you said, I'm going to go to truck driver school?
Yes.
girl, you doing too much. And you just went to truck driving school. You just found a school and said, I'm going to truck driving school.
Yes, sir.
Which one you go to?
KLLM.
KLLM. Okay. Was it in Ohio?
Well, no, this was actually in Texas.
Okay, hold on, time out. So you in Ohio doing taxes?
I'm in Ohio.
And you said, I'm going to go, I saw a truck ride by the street and I'm going to go drive a truck. So I'm going to go to truck driving school and it's in Texas.
No, I moved from Ohio.
Okay, I was lost because I'm trying to figure out how this works out now.
And part of me moving from Ohio was to get a fresh start on something new.
Okay.
You gotta understand, I've been dealing with taxes, bookkeeping, and doing these things for so long.
Right.
Now I don't want to deal with people anymore.
Okay. So you want to kind of take yourself out of that element.
I want to take myself out of that element and tone down my clients.
Right.
And who I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And focus on what I love the most. And that's businesses, motivating people to create businesses and run their business the correct way.
The correct way.
And also to reap the benefits that you can also establish running a business.
Right. Okay. All right. So we do that. We go to truck driving school. I ain't gonna talk about the school part. So we're just gonna say you finish school and you get your CDLs. All right. You fresh off the CDL street. What do you do? Because you're an entrepreneur, so I can figure you're not gonna be around somebody too much longer.
Right.
Because everything you're doing.
Right. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the experience.
Okay.
But the money always motivates me in everything I do.
Right.
So when I seen that there was no money driving for certain companies, I said, you know what? I need to own my own truck faster, sooner than this.
Okay.
Because this is not, the money is just not right. And being all over the road for pennies.
Right. Ooh,
technically.
27 cents and 30 cents. And you all everywhere. Right. Okay.
So it was time for me to, you know what, put the pedal to the metal.
All right.
And that's what I did.
Okay. Then. So you're working for a company. We're going to name any company. So you're working for a company after school. How long were you working for that company before you got your first truck?
I would like to say 6 months.
Hold on. Come on, girl. Listen. I shouldn't be surprised. You know why? Because you were walking the Wendy's already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You were working over there at Chucky's. Cookers. I'm gonna go.
They're out of
I'm
business
gonna call my
now,
cousin.
but the Cookers.
Okay, you was at Cookers, H&R Block, receptionist desk, doing taxes. You know what I'm saying? Did your cleaning business. So that's why I figured you really were gonna be working for somebody too much longer. But 6 months. So you grinded for 6 months. How much your first truck cost?
Oh, let's see. We got it done.
I
actually was in business with someone. We bought it for about $13,000.
Okay, you got for 13 on the books. Okay, did you say you were gonna drive the truck or what?
I was gonna drive it because I was the only one at the time with the CDL.
Okay, all right. So you partner up with somebody and say, hey, we're gonna get a truck because this working for somebody is not gonna work.
Right.
Okay, so let's get this 13K together, buy this truck. I'm gonna drive it, and we're gonna handle some business. Right?
Exactly.
Okay, now, so you get your truck. You put it on underneath somebody and you're rolling.
Right.
What's your thought process at that point? You got your truck now. You know what I'm saying? That's what you wanted to do because you said you want to work for nobody too much longer. You want to do 6 months.
Right.
You have your truck. Now, what is your thought process?
My thought process is that I see the money that's potentially can be made.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of errors that we were making because we did not know the business.
Okay. What are some of the errors you made starting out? Because this is where we're going to learn. No, you know what I'm saying? This is where we're going to learn.
Not having a maintenance account.
Okay, not having a maintenance account. So you're telling me that people should probably think about having a maintenance account once they first get their truck.
Most definitely need a maintenance account.
Okay, what's an average number you think would be good, especially in 2021? Now we ain't talking about 16, but in 2021, what do you think is a good number? Just as a throw out there. It's not a definite thing.
5,000.
$5,000. Okay, so $5,000 for maintenance on the side. Okay, all right. That's one of the mistakes you made. What's another one?
And not only that, but see, nowadays people are buying trucks that they can't really handle.
Right.
So if you have a motor or expensive motor or expensive equipment, 5,000 is not going to help.
Right. You got old DD14 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's some money on that thing.
But you also want to keep the most, whatever you have, like expensive wise, you want to keep the most end of it. So if the engine is 20,000,
right,
you need to at least have 20,000.
Okay, then. So now, educating too, right? Because people get caught up in these pretty trucks.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about pretty trucks, right? They ride to a truck stop. They see this beautiful truck. Well, you don't know how long that person has been driving trucks. You don't know what they went through to even get that truck. But they see oh, that's what I want right there, right? But you just told me, price the engine. Look at the truck and price the engine.
Right.
And that's probably going to help you, because if you get a blown engine, guess what you got to buy? A motor.
Right.
And so many people don't think of that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because they think of parts of the engine.
Right.
Oh, I get the lower half done. Or, it's just this right here, right? No. She just gave game. But if I had a bell that could ring right now that said ding, 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 ding. If you are looking for a truck, I'm going to talk to the camera, talk to the people.
Right.
If you are looking for a truck,
yes.
Okay, what you need to do when we're thinking about maintenance accounts, you need to look at the engine, price the engine. If you want to like that nice, beautiful Peterbilt, you know what I'm saying? You good. If you have the money that can replace that engine, because guess what? You can go and oh no, you good. Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I can see
you
the
good.
camera there.
You look at that expensive engine and you said I got a $5,000 maintenance account and that engine is $25,000, and you go up some hill and something happens, some metal get inside of it and it blows. Guess what? You need a new engine. There's nothing going to help you with a new engine, and the $5,000 is going to do nothing for you. So that's a great piece of advice for people asking, hey, what type of truck do I need? One, the one that you can afford in the engine.
Amen.
Ooh, I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that right there.
Yes.
Okay. So that was another, I ain't gonna say it was a mistake, but that was it was a mistake.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a mistake, because trust me, I made it out.
Right.
Without, really taking a big loss. Uh-huh. But that is a big, big no. Right. Do not get into something and you don't have something to help you when in need.
If it breaks.
Yes. If it breaks down, be able to afford the tow, be able to afford to pay your driver to get back home.
Right.
And etc. Gas, fuel. Right. Don't get stuck on the side of the road because you don't have enough fuel.
Ooh.
That is a no.
Ooh, because they have to bring you some fuel. That's an expensive bill to bring you fuel and to bring it to you.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So we got looking for a truck, pay attention to the engine, get a beautiful truck if you want to. If you can't afford to replace the engine, especially if you're buying an older truck, I'm saying, know how much your engine is going to cost to be put in there. Look at tires, driver's flight back, you know what I'm saying? Things like that as far as putting it in that shoebox.
Yes.
Okay. So you said some of those mistakes you made. Give me a few more.
Picking the wrong lane for my truck.
Okay. I don't know what a lane is. Talk to me about lanes.
Okay. So different lanes could be OTR.
Okay. Over the road. Okay.
Over the road. You could be local.
Okay. Or local.
You could be regional, which you just go to the sister states.
Okay. Anything that sister states means something, a state that touches your state. Okay. Go ahead.
Or
some people don't know. That's why I'm breaking this down.
Right. Or line haul. Line haul is normally
what's that?
Long distance.
What you mean, like going like East Coast to West Coast?
Going East Coast to West Coast.
Okay. So if you're gonna ride 10, ride it.
Right.
Yeah.
So know what lane that you want to put this particular truck into. It could be the oil field.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the oil field.
If you can we talk
about oil field?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So when did you go to the oil field?
Oh, that was about a year ago.
About a year ago. So what drew you to the oil field? Oh, let me guess. You like the money. Because you said
I heard it was a lot of money in it.
You heard it was a lot of money in it. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
And the living is actually, to me, I think that it was the best move I could make as far as having my own truck out there.
Right. Okay.
The maintenance cost is local. You're not going far.
Right.
You're not probably doing over 100 miles. So there's a lot of benefits, but there are also some disadvantages.
Like what?
The lease roads.
The who?
Leading the lease road.
It's
a lease road that is leading to the well, the oil well that you'll be dropping the sand off or whatever you are taking to the well.
Okay, then.
They could be rough. Big potholes. And
tearing up your suspension.
Mud.
Tie rods breaking.
You might get stuck in the mud.
Ooh. And that's a tow.
That's a tow.
Unless one of your partners come by and pull you out, right?
That part.
So that's why you gotta make friends.
Yes.
Or have a third truck or something like that. Okay.
Yes. So, different things can happen.
Uh-huh.
And You really have to be able to afford.
Okay. All right. So you said that the oil fields attracted you.
Yeah.
Okay, because the money was pretty good out there.
Yes.
All right. So did you take your truck or did you send somebody out with your truck? I mean, what?
No.
No?
Actually, I went out there and I was looking for a driver position.
Oh, okay. So you didn't want to take your truck out there?
I didn't even have a truck yet.
Oh, the $13,000 truck didn't do it?
I didn't have a truck yet. I actually sold that truck.
Oh, you sold that one?
My first truck, I ran it all over the road.
Okay.
Which was a huge mistake.
Was it new?
Okay. It was an older truck.
Okay.
Cat motor.
Right.
Burning fuel everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And I took it all over the road. I got contracts.
Right.
And that was a no-no. Because I was spending more money on fuel than making money.
So they do say like the two biggest expenses in trucking is fuel and insurance, right?
Right.
And so it looked good, contract, see the money like that, the numbers, right? But then thinking about driving up them hills and everywhere you're going and the fuel that is burning.
And the motor.
And once again,
the motor.
The engine, Tony M, the engine. Tony said
beautiful truck. But
that sound advice considering the engine is the most expensive system of the truck.
Expensive.
Right. And like I said, this is all people's this is experiences and opinions and stuff like this, everybody. Okay. All right. So but I guess I skipped that. So you got rid of the $13,000 truck.
Yes, I did.
And did you get another truck or you just went back and worked for somebody else?
I went back to work for someone else.
Okay. All right. And so you fuel and stuff like that, said, you know what, I'm getting rid of this thing. Let me go ahead and get back out there. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna roll again.
Right. So, and I honestly got out of my own truck. And that's what I want to tell people. It's okay to start somewhere. You don't necessarily have to move so fast. I actually pulled doubles for Fedex for 3 years before I went to the oil field.
What? You drove the 2 trailers?
I pulled doubles. Because I felt like if I was going to be in this business, I want to make the most money. And that's what it took to me. I felt like, you know what? I was looking at all these different driving jobs, and FedEx was the only company that would actually pay you as good as anybody.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Man, all that money. Yep. All kinds of money.
Yep. Ooh. That's where I got most of my experience.
So when you did doubles, and I know it's a trucking thing, but so when you did doubles, were you taking those trailers somewhere and meeting somebody? Is that how that works?
That's called a butt head. Oh, that don't always happen like that. A lot of times you go from hub to hub.
Okay.
FedEx Ground has hubs,
right,
that you go to pick up other trailers, drop trailers off, and it was all drop and hook.
Right.
That's another reason why I done it for so long. I did it for 3 years.
Okay. So you sold $13,000, baby. Jumped over there on FedEx on them, put them doubles on them, dropping hooking. 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we know something was coming.
Well, actually, I actually started with FedEx before I bought my first truck.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was with FedEx for a while before I bought my first truck. Then I went back to FedEx after I sold my truck.
Okay, so you was already in the system then.
Right.
Already in the system. You good to go. But okay, so that 3 years. Now, what happened to taxes during this time period?
Taxes, you know what? At this point, I'm focusing more on what I see more money into. Okay. When I was working for these subcontractors, because that's what you work for when you go to FedEx. You do not work for FedEx. FedEx is not a company.
Right.
And a lot of people think that.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Yes. These are subcontractors. These are owner-operators, literally, that have nicer equipment and that can cop these kind of contracts through FedEx. And they hire drivers.
Right.
And when I was around this group of entrepreneurs, because that's what they are,
right,
I was seeing the accumulation of newer trucks, the money that they were making, the lifestyles they're living.
Okay.
And I'm saying to myself, you know what? That's going to be me. And that's when I start seeing more of the vision.
Okay.
Because they're putting us in 2020s. They're putting us in brand new trucks.
Okay.
And I'm like, but how are they doing all of this?
Right.
So I'm asking more questions.
Okay, so
I'm in the hub.
You in the investigating.
Now I'm in the hub talking to everybody.
You done went back to H&R Block when you were the receptionist. Now you back there looking at the forms now. See? It's a pattern. You got a pattern. I see it.
So I'm learning everything I can.
Okay.
So with FedEx, and I tell people this all the time. I understand people automatically think, oh, I can't get a job there because, they're government owned. And, they do a strict background, but you never know. They do cases, case by case scenarios. Okay. I don't have a criminal background, and I understand a lot of people are afraid to apply and get denied. But honestly, FedEx is one of the top companies that will pay you over $100,000 as a driver.
To drive their truck?
As a driver.
Come on, man.
And I'm
that's
like,
that's why them guys be happy when they be sitting up driving them truck.
Yeah.
Clean shirts and everything.
They're making
just
good
smiling.
money.
That's why they smiling. I see it now.
They are making good money. They are. And I'm like, I got into this. When I got into this, I was making at KLLM, I was making maybe $500 a week. Yep. And then when I got to FedEx and I started seeing $2,000 a week, $2,500 a week, peak is booming. So you're making way money, and you're off 2 nights a week.
Come on now, you telling me you were making $2,000 to $2,500 working at FedEx
ground,
driving a truck?
Yes,
$2,500
a week,
FedEx,
and home twice a week,
2 days,
2 days, a week.
And you getting $2,500.
Yes. So I'm thinking to myself, like, this is some really good money for a driver,
right? But it wasn't enough though.
But it wasn't enough
because you knew if the drivers were getting that, there had to be some more money.
Yes,
and
I'm driving team, so me and my driver.
Hold up now,
is making
what
$2,500 a week. Yes.
So FedEx is paying $4,000 to $5,000 per week
per truck.
That's what I'm saying with the teams.
Yes.
So they're putting out.
They're putting out. So I'm like, how much money are they making a week?
So you start asking questions.
Of course.
You become investigative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what happens?
And from there, I'm like, you know what? I need to get my own truck. I need to get my own truck faster. So I was like, okay, now that I have a little money saved up, because I'm using FedEx as a crutch to get my own truck.
Okay.
Even though I sold a truck, you go through money, you learn from experience and mistakes.
Right.
So I said, okay, now that I have a little money, let me go out here to the oil field and see what I can do.
Okay.
And that's what I did. I left FedEx February.
So you left some FedEx money.
Yes, I did.
You left $2,000 to $2,500 per week. Okay, we're gonna go to low end on it. Okay, you left $8,000 a month.
Yes.
Low end.
Mm-hmm.
She left $8,000 a month. Okay, times 12. You know what I'm saying? Do the numbers.
Yeah.
And said, I see something over there in the oil field shining. I don't have a truck, but I'm gonna go over there to inquire about a job to drive a truck.
Right.
After I was making $2,000 to $2,500 per month. Okay, let's go.
Right. So I go out there and I'm applying for jobs, but things aren't happening fast. Nothing is moving fast. So I'm like, you know what? I'm so determined. So I go back home. I come back. Well, originally I was going to go to Odessa.
Okay.
I even had an apartment set up. I was going to go, to West Texas. Because a lot of people think oil field is just West Texas.
Listen, when you told me that on the phone, we were talking on the phone, you said Shreveport. I was like, what's doing in Shreveport?
Yes.
I thought you said oil fields. I'm thinking, what you talking about? Ain't no oil field up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was totally shocked.
Yes.
Totally shocked.
I went out there for a driver position.
Okay. And he said nothing was moving fast. You wasn't finding nothing.
Nothing was moving
Nobody
fast.
was biting.
Nobody was biting. Then, boom, I had an opportunity to get
there it is.
in an owner-operator's truck.
Okay.
We got a contract. And now I'm seeing the money. I'm like, oh, okay, this is much better. I'm not all over the road. I could go home when I get ready.
Right.
And I'm still making good money.
Okay.
So I go out there. I drive for him for a little bit.
Right.
His truck kept breaking down. But it is a good truck.
Okay.
So I said, okay, now I need to look for another company to drive for.
Right.
Because I want to stay out here.
Okay.
I see that there's money.
Because you see where the money resides.
I see the money.
Reside, I probably get sued for that now because he owns that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I see the money. And I stayed out there. And I worked for a major company.
Okay. You had a major out there. Okay.
Okay. I stayed with them for about 6 months.
You in the 6 month thing, I tell you. You are the 6 month person.
About 6 months. I don't waste too much time.
I see everything you do is about 6 months.
That's one thing about me. I don't waste too much time. If I see that I'm not profiting on something or that I'm not getting nothing out of it, I'll move along.
Okay. So 6 months in.
6 months in.
You say what?
At that point, I'm like, okay, I saved up some money. Now let's try this again. Let's get the truck.
Okay.
The truck that I originally was going to drive from the beginning.
Right.
He wasn't ready to sell the truck at the time I was in it and I was ready to get out of it. Okay. So now I'm like, man, I need a really good truck. And that was a really good truck. So I went to that man and I asked him to sell that truck to me.
Right.
At this time, he wants to sell it now because it's not making no money.
Right. So why wasn't it making any money? It was at New Oil Field. That didn't make sense.
But he couldn't find drivers.
Okay.
And then by this time, 6 months then went by.
Right.
And it's still not really making no money.
Okay.
And now he needs money.
Right.
So it was almost
he's paying insurance for those 6 months.
Right.
So he's losing money.
Right.
Bleeding.
And he has other equipment, and when you have other equipment, you have so many more expenses.
True.
So it was like a blessing for God that I went to him again and I said, you know what, you want to sell that truck now? He needed the money. So I bought the truck and I'm still running the truck.
So you bought a truck when?
Bought that truck, I want to say it was June or July.
Last year?
Of last year.
Okay. So you bought a truck last year. So you got in it.
Yes.
Okay. So you say you're gonna do it. You're gonna jump in there. You're gonna run that thing.
Right.
Okay. So you're running. Is it breaking down on you?
Yes, it was.
Right.
Well,
were they hard breaks? I mean,
it was easy.
Right.
It wasn't because I bought an older truck.
Okay, smart. Was that a smart thing?
Very smart thing to do when you're starting.
So it's not smart to be starting and buy a brand new truck and put it in the oil fields?
That is smart.
Right.
But I'm saying that more than likely you want to buy a truck that's already broken in.
Okay. All right.
So that you can go through the motions and less motions. Because when you buy a newer truck, it's going to go through all the motions.
Right.
To get used to wherever you're running it. That's why I said when you buy purchase equipment, know what lane you're going to run it in and what type of truck that you have.
Okay.
Because maybe not every truck is fit for a particular environment.
Right.
Yes, because the oil field can be rough.
Right. Okay. So you got your truck running, you're doing your thing, breaking down here and there. Was it 6 months again? Because you missed 6 monmonths. Okay.
Yes. Well, I made some good money in 6 months.
Okay, 6 months you did it in.
I got it in.
And we're gonna never ask people's numbers.
Right.
But we know it was good though.
Yes, it was good.
Okay then. So it was good money. So we 6 months in, you make good money. What's your mindset now?
My mindset now is I just purchased another truck.
So 6 months later, you purchased another truck.
Right.
Okay then. So now, missed 6 months, everybody. She went in there and bought another truck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's good.
Yes.
That's good. So you bought another truck. Now you can't drive 2 trucks now.
No.
That's not possible.
No, I have drivers. I've been through a couple of drivers already. Right. My first driver that I had for a few months, he bought his own truck recently. So that's something that I always push for anybody that work for me. You know, try to get your own.
Right.
I try to teach them everything I know.
That's good. You know what I'm saying? You push people. You don't want them working for you too long. Right. Because you want people to have their own ownership. Right. And that's good. That's good. Because a lot of people be selfish. You know what I'm saying? They want you to work for them. They want you to stay working for them forever. You know what I'm saying? You know, what Tony gonna say? What do you say on that?
He was just, I guess, typing everything that I'm saying.
Oh, not every truck is fit for every lane check. You right.
Yeah.
You right about that. What Charles? Oh, Charles in the building.
Okay.
Hey, you right, Charles. She's a 6 month queen. Hey, that's the thing. That is the thing, because everything she do is in 6 months period. Okay, so 6 months later, you bought a second truck.
Yes.
Are you in one truck still at this time, or did you say no? I'm gonna get a driver for both of them because I need to go do some other stuff.
No, actually, I have a driver in the truck that I started, but this truck that I just bought, I'm going to run it for a few weeks.
Right.
Because when you run a truck, you actually want to get to know the truck first before you put a driver in it.
You put somebody in it, yeah.
Yeah, because it may break down after a few days, a week.
Right.
You have to know your equipment, but for those who don't have a CDL, and I try to encourage people to get CDLs.
Right.
when you get into this business.
Okay.
I believe that you need to be aware of the equipment that you have and all 150 parts. They may call you about, well, your air compressor went out and you need to fix this, and you need to know those type of things so that you're not being robbed on the other end.
Why people don't think they're getting robbed in trucking? They can get robbed in their car all the time, right?
True.
People are so protected by where their car goes, and they won't listen what everybody's saying to it. Oh, this right, man. I know it ain't that, but as soon as their truck get in there, somebody tell them, "Hey, man, it's gonna be 12,000." Oh man, okay. No, go get a second opinion.
Right.
Go get somebody to look at that thing. Somebody just tell you some old crazy number because you worry about the numbers because if it don't go today, I'm not gonna make this, not gonna make this. So I need you to go and pay $12,000.
Right.
These people in cahoots in little areas. They know what to do and know what to say.
Do.
It's a game.
Yes.
It's a game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel like the oil field was a blessing because once I left FedEx, I said I do not want to be over the road. No more.
No more. Done.
No.
Keep it home. Keep it.
That's why
right
I was
there.
looking at the oil field because I'm like, I don't want to be all over the road.
Right. It's definitely smart now. I think it's a smart thing. I think it's smart to do anything within the local. I tell you, like in the shot game, right? People can say, go ahead. You can if you want to go all over the United States. You know what I'm saying, and everybody has different opinions, and there's nothing wrong with anybody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it this way, and that's fine. It just what works for me. I believe in like lightweight and staying in the state. Lightweight.
Yeah, you could do that in Texas.
Can't you?
You can do that in Texas, which is great that you mentioned that because I preach that to a lot of people. You can come to Texas and you can just run Texas if you don't want to be all over the road. Like for a long time, I would not do winters with FedEx.
I know that's right.
Yes, I do
around them doubles all in the heels and
November came and I was off from November to January, sometimes February because my birthday lands in February. So a lot of times I won't get back into FedEx until February.
Are you serious? Oh, okay. So you can kind of pick and choose.
I mean, we made that much money. We could do that.
You can do that. You're right about that. Now.
As a driver.
You put about 8K. You just,
a lot of drivers.
8K, you don't have to pay no expenses, no gas, no fuel, no tolls, no nothing.
No nothing.
Listen, you probably look for way station. That's a way station. Let me go on through there.
And a lot of people used to say, "Oh, I hate doubles. How do you drive doubles?" Let me tell you something about doubles. Doubles is the easiest thing that you would do out there.
Why is that?
Straight drop and hook.
Because the routes are already determined, right?
You can't back it up.
Right. So I mean, do they really have it set where you have to go this route?
Yes.
They know where their trucks are.
They know where. Okay, so if you're bringing two, they know that there's going to be another team on the other end, probably in California, waiting on your two.
Ah, okay.
To get it to Utah or Montana or somewhere else.
Okay.
So it was just a constant moving that I liked.
Right.
And that's why I always done teams. I don't want to be sitting somewhere bumped up to somebody's dock for hours waiting for a live load or unload.
I pass by some distribution centers sometimes, and especially like up in Dallas, you go that way and you just see it.
Oh, the line.
You see,
yes.
I ride by and look. I say, ooh.
Yes. I don't have patience.
Right when you get on 45 and go 20 west,
I know
you can look and you be like, ooh, that's not cute.
I don't have patience for waiting. At
Man,
all.
We know 6 months.
Yeah,
we know because you're doing a 6 month thing. We see that.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess it really brings us. You had the second truck now. You know what I'm saying? 2 trucks in the oil field. You already told me 6 months the oil field trucks is making money now. So you don't put your business out there, not your business, but you don't put the oil field business out there. So I see why a lot of people probably jump out there, but a lot of people jump out there with some old raggedy trucks.
Yes.
They get out there. They say the oil field sucks. Well, it sucks because you have these extra expenses now because your truck cannot handle the roads up there.
True.
And it's constantly breaking.
Right.
But if you could run it without all those breakdowns you're having,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you could make money.
Right.
Right? True. You know what I'm saying? And evidently must be something. And some people say, oh man, the oil fields are not doing nothing. They ain't doing this. They're not doing that. You just got a second truck to be out in the oil field. Now, if I can take anything from you and only been around you a couple of hours now, I know you really look into things first. You know what I'm saying? That I see.
Right.
You investigate, you get data. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You look at the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And you do so in 6 months, you're already making some stuff happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, that pushes a lot of people's theories and say, oh, you can't make no money unless you go over the road. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can't make any money with an 18-wheeler if you doing this. Oh, you can't make no money in oil fields because I've done it. Well, you may have had different habits. You may have had different spending patterns. And that's why I didn't work for that person. That's why I tell people you can't really listen to people just tell you stuff. And the people gonna tell, oh, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You probably really need to look at it. And you know what I'm saying? You might need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about their experience. Right? So even during that time period, were you doing taxes? Did your company?
You know what? I was doing taxes, but not at the rate that I used to. Okay. Because I got to the point where I didn't want to deal with people anymore. Right. That's why I got into the cleaning service. Okay. You don't have to deal with the public.
Okay.
Okay. So in my life, I try to do things that I enjoy. Okay. Okay. I enjoy doing the cleaning service. I enjoy doing taxes and knowledge and educating people in the knowledge that I was receiving. Okay. About my own tax, situations. Right. Just like when I got into the medical field. I did the medical field just to say, okay, I went to school.
Hold up now. Time out. Time out.
Yes.
No. You're gonna slide this in on me now. We went through chronological order and you told me what you did. Yes. How did you have time anywhere in there to do something medical?
You know what? I feel like anything that you have a desire in your heart, you would do it. And I was huge on health awareness because I had a lot of family members that, passed away from heart disease and things like that. So I try to educate myself on, what to intake and what not to intake, what to do and what not to do. So, and I'm all about helping someone. So first I went to school for a medical assistant. Okay. But there was no money in it. So I loved the learning and the education that I was receiving, but the money was not there. Okay. So I'm doing more research and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to school to be an EKG tech.
All right. Okay. We're doing
now we're dealing with the heart.
Putting that heart thing on there, right?
Okay. Let's see how much money this is.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Okay. So I received a certificate. I love the learning that I was getting.
Okay.
Okay. Then I said, okay, I'm going to go into being a phlebotomist because I heard they were making a lot of money. Okay. So I got certified in phlebotomy.
Okay. So sucking the blood out.
Yes.
Okay. Got you.
So I went and I worked for maybe a year because they said, okay, you need a year to really, see some money in these
before you make the money, right? Before you get the lab just drawing blood, right?
Right. So I did that for a year.
Right.
But I enjoy doing all those things. That's what I'm getting to. I enjoy doing those things. I enjoy drawing blood. I enjoy taking care of patients, giving shots and things of that matter.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, now that I've seen that side, which is corporate world, clocking in and clocking out. All right. This trucking thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy every aspect of it.
The driving,
the purchasing the trucks, the paperwork.
Just the movement of trucking, not just the sitting in the office and getting people to go do it. You like boots on the ground.
Yep.
Getting in there, popping the hood.
I like going to pick up the parts. I like,
at Freightliner or whatever the place you go get parts from.
I like
you know the parts.
Yes.
Can't nobody just tell you apart and you be talking about it costs this. You gonna look at them like, no, it don't. Right. Because I know what that part is.
Right.
Okay.
I like every aspect of it. And I think that's why I'm becoming so more successful in it.
Okay. Because you really learn the craft.
Yes. I love what I do.
Got it. Okay. So now you're at this point. You're saying, and this is probably the meat of what we're going to talk about here is because you really know this. You know what I'm saying? From different aspects of owning the first truck you had for $13K. You know what I'm saying? And coming back, doing the work, you know what I'm saying? Getting the truck out there at the oil fields, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Understanding, buying parts, what costed this right here, what can be written off, what can't be written off,
right?
Credits that we can get within business that we don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because we're relying on somebody to do it for us,
right?
And we don't learn it. But you just sat here and said that The reason why you like trucking, you like all aspects of the trucking, the learning, the driving, the going to get the parts, the going to do all these things.
Right.
You actually learn the business. And what we fail to do in business, it doesn't matter what business is. We pass it all off.
Right.
And we say, hey, y'all figure that out. Right. And we know nothing about our business or what can happen and what can't happen. But that's why she is here today.
Right.
This is when I tell you, this is going to be one of the largest gym episodes you've ever seen. This is going to be one of the largest ones here because one, I think this is going to change the game. I really think this episode is going to change the game, adding with everything else we've already had so far. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let her kind of go on autopilot because I want her to kind of flow the way she wants to flow with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that you can really give it to us.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So this is like my number one thing in all the businesses that I've done, especially trucking. A lot of truck drivers, y'all don't have your paperwork together. Y'all not filing taxes. Y'all running from the IRS. There's no need to run from the IRS. They cannot put you in jail. Okay. Now, I'm talking about we small time. We're not in the millions yet. I can't speak for him, but I'm not in the millions yet. Okay?
I'm in the $2 bracket.
So when I say this, don't be afraid to tackle your tax situations as a truck driver because you are losing out on a lot of benefits that you're afraid to tackle. So when I say this, I mean this because I'm running into a lot of truck drivers that have not filed in 5 years, 10 years, and therefore, and they're still making good money, but they're making their situation worse. All you have to do is ask questions, get all of your 1099s, W-2s, tackle each year one by one because you're missing out on bigger opportunities. PPP loans.
Talk about it.
Okay. I have not yet to actually take that benefit. Okay. And I am blessed to say that because I've done this all from hard working. Okay. But it is something great to take advantage of. I know people getting 100,000, 200,000 just because their paperwork is together.
But why are people saying don't do the PPP? There are some people out here saying don't do it. It's this right here. Why are people saying that? What's your thoughts?
I honestly believe because the government has tricked us so many times before. Some people are scared. They don't know what the outcome could be. But honestly, I think that it is a great tool to take advantage of. Why wouldn't you? Even though it says loan, it could be forgiven. Even though it says loan, it's only 1%. Who wouldn't want 100,000 on 1%? Right? I mean, you know.
That's an easy flip right there.
And if your paperwork is together, okay, I mean, filing your EIN number, filing with the state, making sure you stay active with the state and in good standing. A lot of people file their stuff and they don't even know that certain states actually require you to do certain filings as as a business to stay active. And even if you're not good with paperwork, because a lot of truck drivers say, I'm not good. Hire somebody that is good with paperwork. You don't have to hire a CPA, but you can hire the girl next door that did bookkeeping or taxes and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to pay you to take care of my paperwork every week or every month. It don't even have to be every week. It could be you just throwing your receipts in the bag and sending them to her office or her apartment, wherever she's doing bookkeeping. I did bookkeeping for a lot of companies when I was doing taxes.
Right.
And I would just charge a flat fee every hour. Truck drivers, you can pay somebody to help you. You have to get all your paperwork together. It just doesn't make sense that you're making all this money. I mean, I met a lot of truck drivers that are making good money.
Right.
Okay. And their paperwork is just jacked up.
Mm.
So I think that's most important. And just, even if you're not ready just yet to start buying trucks, start the paperwork for your business.
Okay.
File your EIN number.
Okay.
Go to the state, call the state, ask them, okay, what is the proper way that I need to file this business? Come up with a business name. That's normally like the number one thing that I like a lot of people to do before they do a business. come up with the name. Okay. File the name. Get the EIN number. Make sure the state paperwork is stayed up. Like, even if you're not a paperwork type of person, there's somebody that is. Even if you have to pay them a small fee, and the longevity of this is that everything is going to be good on your business side.
Right.
And I know people are like, okay, well, I don't want to deal with credit. But to me, if your paperwork is together, your taxes together, you can go and actually use your business credit, which is way smarter than using a lot of your personal credit.
And why is that? Speak on that a little bit.
Okay, speaking on that is because, some businesses don't always be successful.
Right.
And that's what I'm preach to people, like, okay, but if it's not successful, at least you can just go ahead and say, you know what, this business is taking a loss.
Right.
Not in my personal name, but in my business name, it's taking a loss. Right. And that's okay, because you can always start another business. Okay.
But you can't start your first name.
But you cannot start
another
your social security number.
You can't start another first
once
name.
You mess it up, because you're messing it up for your business. And a lot of people do that.
Repeat that thing again one more time, what you said about the business.
You can always restart a business.
Okay, you can always. So she said that you get your LLC and stuff, you start your business, you get your business credit, right? You get your stuff through your business, because you can always count that as a loss.
A loss. And you could do that for 4 years straight without a problem. Okay, the IRS gives you 4 years to actually claim a loss before they come and say, okay, well, we're not sure that you're not making no money. Let's just see. They give you 4 years to claim a loss on your business.
4 years to claim a loss on your business.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
4 years. 4.
Yes. And that's not always good to do, depending on what you're trying to do.
Right.
And that's another thing also. People try to claim a loss to get a refund a lot of times. Okay. But if you're into buying equipment and trying to grow a business, you don't always want to show a loss, because the bank is going to say, okay, well, you coming in here trying to ask for 100,000, but you got a negative loss of 50,000 last year. So how are we want to be sure you're going to pay us back?
Right.
So, especially guys that have money just laying around and they're not doing anything with it.
Say it again. Hold up. I'm gonna drink some more of this lemonade for this one. this is all lemonade. This is lemonade, like Beyonce. Tell it.
It's so funny to me that I know a lot of people that are in good position to start a business, but they're so afraid of the IRS. You know what? It's all about taking chances. I took a chance when I bought that truck.
Okay.
With everything I had.
Ooh, no. You did not.
Practically.
You did not say everything you had, because
practically.
And I say that because so many people, they have this money sitting around, accessible, and they won't take a chance on themselves because they're scared the bank account is going to drop. But that's what happens when you take a chance.
Yeah.
The bank account drops because you're taking a chance on yourself. Yep. You believe in yourself more than the money sitting in that bank.
Exactly.
You better preach that thing, girl.
Yeah. And that's,
I told you we're going to be cousins by the time this thing over.
And that's what it's about, is taking a chance. I mean, you take a chance in a lot of things that you do every day. Okay. Why not take a chance on changing and better your situation?
Oh, jeez. Another drink.
And that's what I did. I said, you know what? But I learned from my first mistake.
Okay.
And that's why I think, I became more successful, because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm not about to spend my last dime over here and then I break down on the road on the highway and I don't even have a coin to pay for it.
Right.
So this time I had all my ducks in a row.
So when you said all your ducks in a row, what did you do?
I had a maintenance account.
Okay, maintenance account
for the most expensive thing on my truck, which is my motor, because I have an older truck. Okay, but thank God that I did a lot of research on how to buy a good truck, look over a good truck, how many miles it should be, things of that nature.
Right.
So it kind of worked out in my favor that I knew about the truck that I was buying.
Okay.
Okay.
Do a little history on it.
I did a little history on it. Now, everybody's not going to have that opportunity, but guess what? That's okay. Even if the truck break down, and let's say your expenses is $3,000, you know one thing, you're going to be able to make that $3,000 back.
Right.
Okay. So you got to spend money to make money.
No, you don't, because that ain't what people like to do.
Okay, you do. So even if I was having problems with my truck, but I was taking care of them as I was going. I wasn't going to wait until it break down. My truck has never broke down on the side of the road.
Because you take care of it.
Because I was taking care of my equipment.
Preventive maintenance.
I'm not afraid to say, you know what? Okay, I know that's going to eventually need repair. Let me go ahead and spend that money. Because I know I'm going to make that back.
So you willing to drop the account down? You willing to do that?
To spend that money.
Oh man, that's amazing. Yes. A lot of people don't want to do that. They want a successful business though.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yes, I believe that. But I mean, you know, it's a win situation that I had. Honestly,
right.
It really was. I was put in a position to make some really good money, and when I seen the money for the first time, I said, "Oh, baby, they done created a monster. And I don't have to be all over the road."
Oh,
okay. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the lifestyle that you have all over the road and the money that you're not going to make.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Okay. First of all, you're going to deal with all kinds of different mechanics. That's snakes. Okay. Tow companies.
Not the tow companies. Not
okay.
You out here in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna hit you with this 1100. Not that one.
Yes.
Or not this this tire. It's the wrong size tire, but we're gonna put it on there anyway. And I'm gonna hit you with it. Ooh.
Yes. The roadside mechanics that don't really know half of what they're doing. They coming out to you in the middle of the night, and then they may be creating even more problems for you.
Right.
Okay. Let's talk about the driver that you now have to put in the hotel.
Gotta put them in there.
You have to. You cannot leave your driver stranded on side of the road in the middle of Utah.
Right.
And it's 11 degrees. Okay. So now you're spending even more money.
Ooh.
Then, okay, now you got a driver in the hotel upset because he's not making money. So now you want to flight back home.
Oh, you got to get back home now.
Okay. So you don't want to say, you know what, you're going to have to stick it out because it's not his truck. So if he chooses to want to go home, you have to fly him home.
Right.
Okay. And a lot of people don't have expense money for that. Yeah.
So you need to have flight money from the furthest destination.
Yes.
You need to have flight money from New York, flight money from California. So you straight. Yes. You'll be able to get a flight either way.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly. That's what I didn't want to deal with.
Right.
Okay. The over the road. And then you have drivers that basically they're out there and they're spending money on food and you know, just the cost of living over the road is expensive.
Right.
Okay. So I said, I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to do that.
Right. And then we want to talk about the health situation.
Yes.
Your health.
That too. Oh man, you're not able to eat correctly over the road unless you're cooking inside the truck.
Right.
And a lot of people don't have the equipment to cook in the truck. They don't have the means to just go to Walmart and buy the things that they need to cook in the truck. A lot of the trucks don't have inverters in them for them to cook. So a lot of the companies already expect you to just feed yourself while you're over the road. So you're not going to make much money with all the expenses as a driver over the road. As if you were local and you were home more often and you could meal prep and things like that.
And go to the gym.
That part. And try to work out as much as possible.
Right.
Because now that's where I'm at in my point that I'm off of the road.
Right.
Now I'm trying to get my health better.
Okay.
And I've always been the trucker that cooks on the truck, even when I was with FedEx.
Okay.
You know, and I think that's why we were winning as much because we had so much, everything on the truck. We had a refrigerator. We had things to cook with. Okay. FedEx is going to make sure that you and your teammate is staying in that truck.
Because you got a truck, it means it move. It needs to move.
It's going to move.
It's going to move.
And we want to be home by Friday.
Oh, so
or Saturday. No, so we want to be home by Saturday so that we can have Sunday and Monday off like we're supposed to.
So you tell me the truck on the FedEx game, the only time the thing is stopping is getting fuel.
Right.
And when you dropping them trailers off.
That's it. That's the only
Other
time.
than that, it ain't gonna be no sitting still FedEx trucks.
It's a constant move.
Unless it's at the depot or wherever it's going.
It's a constant move.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yep, and you can't really leave the truck in the trailer.
No,
you can't park it at the truck stop and then say, okay, we're gonna take the Uber down the street. No, this is high volume.
Oh, okay, what's up in there? Okay, got it.
Yes.
Got it. I see. FedEx, you're right.
Yes, and you know what? And I appreciate FedEx. FedEx have really built me to be a great driver. A night and day driver. You know, I come across so many people that say I don't drive at night.
But they say rain, sleet, snow, shine, everything.
You're gonna go when it's time to go.
You're right now. You know what? And if they break down, they fix them trucks.
That's why
I ain't never ever. I might have seen them turned over. Yeah, but I've never seen them on the side of the road
with triangles.
They don't play that.
They don't.
So their maintenance game must be impeccable, huh?
Yes, they got their money. They got that money.
Keep it moving, huh?
Got that money.
Keep it moving. Okay, but let's talk some more about this. This personal owning a truck and expenses, things that maybe a lot of truck drivers don't know that are credits to them,
right?
That they don't know,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Can you talk about some of those things?
Yes, and a lot of people want to get a new truck. I understand we all want to lavish truck, right? But it doesn't take much money to get a first truck, get a starter truck,
right?
Okay, it's all about what you can afford, and to me, anything can make money. Right. It's just how you doing it. Okay,
right?
Because I see people out in the oil field with day cabs. Those people, to me, they look hungry.
But so they look. But somebody told me you can have day cabs.
You can have day cabs in the oil field.
You hear what I'm saying? You get my point, right?
Yes.
You get my point.
But
people would say this to people all the time.
Yes.
Ain't no day cabs out. You got to have.
Yes, there's day cabs out there. No, only reason why I think these people are hungry is because you could get stuck on the well for hours, sometimes days. If the well go down for any maintenance or anything like that, just think somebody being in the day cab, sitting up, sleeping for 24 hours or sitting for 25, 30 hours.
Now, I seen a day cab FedEx truck on the side and a dude was sleeping one time.
No, I'm talking about in the oil field.
Right. I know. I just been talking about FedEx. Yes. I saw that before.
It could happen.
I didn't know those guys were asleep. Okay.
But it's very uncomfortable.
Right. I can only imagine.
Yes. Can you imagine sleeping, sitting up for hours?
Okay, we got Jay Rich in the building. Hey.
About time.
Listen. About time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you better call in tonight too. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You better call in. Like that man when we was on the phone.
Yes.
Oh, that's something y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Where the running reside. You know. Okay, so what's some of the things that people don't know? You know what I'm saying? They mess them up in their taxes. You know what I'm saying? Things that, people scared to do them, and they don't realize they might have some things that could help them out if they just go ahead and do it.
Right. Okay. This is the first thing that I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Taking advantage of because see, I'm around a lot of people that's making good money. Okay.
Right. What's good money? I just need to know what that is. I don't know what good money is. You told us what FedEx. Okay. Woo.
$500,000 a year is good money to me.
Okay, that's good money. But it ain't great money. But it's good money.
It's good money.
It's good money. Okay, $500,000. We talking about $500,000. Everybody.
From, that's good money.
No, we ain't talking about where you from. We're talking about everybody from.
That's good money.
Where everybody's from, not just you.
Okay.
Okay, $500,000 people.
And you could do that with 1 or 2 trucks.
1 or 2 trucks can get you $500,000. Okay,
if you know what you're doing.
250 to 400. 1 truck can get you that right at 250 to 400. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to put everybody in the range. Yes. 1 truck can get you 250 to 400.
Yes.
Oh shoot, we got a caller. What is this right here? Okay. Five Cast. Hold on 1 second.
I can't hear it.
I know. I'm about to bring it in. It does this so people won't.
Yo.
All right. Who we got on the phone? Let everybody know who this is.
Jay.
That's Jay.
This is Jay.
What's up?
Oh man, y'all know I have to take my naps and stuff. So my schedule is so crazy.
I do too.
But Shanda, I'm glad you finally get the experience
Yes,
of
it's
the 5 test
nice.
target. Yes, girl.
Yes.
I know you talking about the oil field, and I want to talk about that guy that time that was in the day cab. And that man, I guess, I don't know.
I can't hear. Testing. I can hear myself. Hold on, Jay. We can't really hear you.
Hold on, Jay. Do apologize, everybody. He disconnected from the system. I think I touched it.
Hello?
My bad, Jay. I think I touched it when I put the phone down. I touched it, disconnected the Bluetooth.
Oh, man. You just hung up on my face.
No,
My
come on now. Come on.
hurt.
Okay, but where you at? You were talking about the guy in the day cab.
Yeah, so, like Shonda was saying, you never know when that well is going to give you problems. So people think, oh, I'm going to come out there with a day cab and save on this and save on that. It doesn't work like that. Like, you got to make sure that you're comfortable as possible. I remember it was, I said a day and a half, but actually it was 18 hours that I had sat at a well before because it was shut down and I was on the load and I couldn't, that was the only well that we can offload at the time. Luckily for me, I had it all prepared. I'm talking about I had food in there. You know, you want to have gallons of water. I
Yes.
never wore my suit and because I was doing pneumatics. Now, what she's doing, sandbox is a little bit more cleaner. But in pneumatic, we putting on suits, we putting on boots, we putting on hard hats. I'm talking about it's a dirty job. So I used to always kept mine on the outside of the cab. But that particular time, man, I had my gallons of water. I'm talking about you wanna you wanna take showers. And people talk about, oh nah, I'm not using rescue in my truck. Sweetheart, when you stuck out there, you gonna have you something. You know what I'm saying? To use rescue. So what I used to do is make sure that I didn't have like I ate decent where I didn't have to do too much in the truck. So if I just had to, take a pee, I'm not going into those porty potties. I was down like South Texas and West Texas. Sounded like she got it made. She's in East Texas. It's a little bit more lax out there, but out there with the Cowboys, the South Texas where it's hot as hell. And I'm talking about you got rattlesnakes everywhere. You got spiders. You ain't coming out your truck at all. You got coyotes.
Right.
You got some real stuff out there.
Girl, yes.
Yeah, you got coyote, you got bobcats. I mean, you got
That's
some
true.
wildlife animals out there in the oil field. So that's some things to really consider if people think about, thought about going out there to the oil field. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the money is good, but you gonna go through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially depending on what part of Texas you in. West Texas, South Texas, it's the wild, wild west over on this side. Now, East Texas is a little bit more lax. You know what I'm saying? It's easy money. It's calm. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And then even if you do a little part of not Oklahoma, but Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That part, like East Texas, Louisiana, is chilled out there.
Yeah, she said she's out in Louisiana.
Right.
Doing it
yeah,
big.
and it's not expensive out there either. The prices on like hotels, food, restaurant, like they just up the price out there. And like, Midland, Odessa, South Texas. I'm talking about further down where it's like Carrizo Springs and past Laredo out there. They raise the prices out there because they know this is where the oil field workers are located. So we gonna, up the prices. And I mean, it's just a bunch of BS out there, but the money is still good in the oil field. But just be prepared. It's a lifestyle. It's not one of those things that it's so much different from on the road. You know what I'm saying? This right here, you have to make it a lifestyle. It can get boring at times. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the same thing. Like she said, sometimes you're going to have to sit at the well. So you got to have a lot of patience. Seriously. Me, I'm a runner. Like, I like going. Now, when I was in the oil field, it was cool because it was running. But those days, And then let's not even talk about the days when you still gotta work when it's raining and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah, this shit, it gets real. I remember being stuck in the rain. I'm talking about my suit was soaked, but I was trying to pump off that sand or whatever. And that was and it started raining while I was out there. So I had to. So I'm dealing with those valves, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure none of the sand gets stuck in my hoses. Then you got to pull 30, 40 foot hoses and shit, hook them up to the silos. You got to still deal with your valves. You got to check the pressure and shit. So it's a lot that goes out there. You know what I'm saying? So what Shanda is telling y'all about the sandboxes is way more lax. Like, I had the hard part of the oil field. Like, I really had a man's job, seriously. Right. But I liked it because it challenged me. But, you know, would I go back? Hell no, I would go
back. Yes. And when Jay Rich was actually out in West Texas and I start really like watching her, and I was already with Fedex, she was actually, motivating me to look into something else because, I mean, I seen the pneumatic trailer, but then when I started watching Jay Rich, I actually made me go into a different field. So I started doing tankers.
Oh, okay.
So I left Fedex to go and see what tankers had to offer because I seen Jay Rich doing pneumatic.
Cause Jay out there doing some stuff.
Yeah.
You want to do that tanker?
So I said, okay, now let's see what else I can do. That's what she motivated me to do and go see what else was out there. Look at you, Jay. And she didn't know that's when I really started watching her and following her.
Jay. Jay, look at old Impact.
I wish I had those old videos. Oh my God.
I was watching her, and she would cook in her truck. Remember, we was talking about cooking. See, Jay Rich put that on my mind. Cooking in the truck. Okay. So then I went to tankers. I seen it wasn't really no money in that. And then I don't really like when I go into doing business and doing things, what I've learned in business is the less you do, the more money you make. Mm-hmm. So when I started doing tankers and I had to pull the hose and connect this and connect that, I said, oh no, this is not what I want to do. And then the pay didn't show, for all the work that we were doing. Mm-hmm. So I said, no, this is not going to work. So I went back to Fedex, stacking my money. Now I'm stacking my money. I'm back to stacking my money. And that's what Fedex helped me do. Save money. Because we were barely stopping to eat. Okay. So we were cooking on the truck. So we weren't spending a lot of money in the truck stops and things like that. And we weren't, getting out the truck. You know how people get out the truck for 34s? We weren't taking 34s because the truck has to constantly move.
Right.
So we're not parked in California for 34 hours going to the mall and things of that nature, So, that also disciplined me to save more and more money.
So, Jay.
Yeah.
You say you're not going to go back out to the oil field, so you wouldn't go back out there for nothing?
I would never.
Not
ever.
Sandbox.
She said
nothing.
That. She said that.
Ever.
When she left, she said, Shanda, I'm never coming back to the oil field. And I even tried to talk her into it recently, and she just keep ignoring me. And I'll say, Jay, just try it out. Just come out here and see. Because I know she never done Sandbox.
Okay.
But
so you making that Sandbox stuff sound sexy to me.
I think she would enjoy the money.
You making Sandbox sound sexy.
If she could get some good drivers, I think she would enjoy the income. I mean, she don't have to be out there.
Like it's still February. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's running, but it ain't popping. So me, I'm a numbers person. It has to really make sense or whatever. Like I had a situation where it was going on, and I'm just trying to see, hey, what are these numbers looking like? We got a new president in office,
right?
And all that. Everything is just political now. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it gets down to the office. I want to make sure that when it does happen, okay, cool, the number's gonna make sense and all that. Because I know me personally, because we talked and I was off and on, like, yeah, I'm gonna come out there, and I'm like, nah, hell no. I don't know. It's just that I know Sandbox is totally a way cleaner, easier type of thing to do. It was just me being out there, girl. I just that shit drained me. And then that's why I said I would never work hard in trucking no more. That shit, pulling those hoses hooking them up to the silos. I'm talking about, I remember going under the movers, and the movers, you had silos and then you had movers. The movers were basically the machinery that you had to go under there, and sand falling everywhere to hook up to the connections. You got to drag that hose all the way off your truck, still hook it up, and then you have to go back under that. And I would never forget the time. It's not. I don't know if you remember this video. This is from my old YouTube channel where, girl, I had unhooked it and it was still running. And I'm talking about sand blew all over my face. I'm talking about I was livid. And I was just like, y'all, I can't believe I'm doing this job. It was just like a reality check. Like, why am I working myself so hard? Well, like Shanda just said, as you grow and mature within this industry, you'll learn that the easy money is where it's at. You don't have to do too much work. Just like I see these guys, I want to do hazmat. This is where the money is. There's money in every sector. Right. Jay Rich, I done tried it all. Like, seriously, I've tried it all.
Right.
And there's money in everything. You just got to figure out your lane. And I just like the easy lane, just bumping the top. I ain't going about my business. That's it. When it comes down to that. But I'm learning that the specialized freight is also where it's at too. I'm over freight. Okay, cool. We know it's a numbers game. We already know what the median is when hitting your numbers out here. So now I'm ready for bigger and other things.
You sound like you got that 6-month window, like Miss Lady right here. She keep the 6-month thing going. She changing up the game.
Yeah, I'm moving. Yeah,
you got to.
Hey, Tony Yum, he took that from old Pro Hall TV, the LOE, the level of effort. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yes.
Hey, so Mario, your boy's on the line too. He's not on the line. Mario, he said, what about the crude oil drivers? How was the pay for them?
Crude oil drivers, I mean, just because they hauling crude oil, I remember I met somebody, he was getting paid hourly, like $25 an hour, working 12-hour shifts. And that was pretty much the same with people that was doing water.
Okay.
So, I mean, some companies you can make money, but I mean, it all comes down to the same amount of money. You know, the only way that you can really make money by pulling chemicals or any hazmat materials that got something to do with tank, if you have your own truck. That's only then once you do the numbers on that, that's still the same.
Jay, if you have your own truck, and that's what I was dealing with that, because I was like, okay, well, if FedEx is paying me this much, then if I go and pull some hazmat, then I know it's going to be paying me. Wrong. Let me tell you something. A lot of people be like, oh, I don't got hazmat. When I got in the game, I got everything. So I could make the maximum. But when I start pulling hazmat and tankers all over, I said, they ain't paying me enough for this.
Nope.
They don't
it's all
pay
the
enough.
same.
Yes, it's all the same, all the way across the board, unless you're doing certain type of freight and it's, you know, oversized, or you're moving houses and things like that. But you know, on the low end, it's pretty much all the same. It's just about what lane am I going to get in where I'm not working as hard.
Okay,
that's what I look at in anything I do, because
that's the LOE.
That's what I was always taught, that the people that do the less are always the ones that's paid the most.
Right.
That's what
LOE.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And you learn that in trucking. You really
you do.
I mean, not. It is funny because people like. I remember I was like that. Oh, I'm a runner. I can outrun anybody and all that shit. And then I started thinking like, yo, it's not about the miles. You know, you hustling backwards and you thinking about the miles all the time. No, it's about how can I make the most money doing the less work.
Doing the less work.
Period.
Right.
And just like reefer, I understand reefer make good money in certain lanes and things like that. But I particularly didn't ever like reefer because I felt like, you know what, before I pull up wherever I'm dropping this trailer off, I got to make sure that the fuel is full in the tank of the reefer.
Yeah.
I have to check the temperatures.
Right.
While I'm on the route.
Right.
Which means I'm going to have to stop more frequent. That's too much work for me.
And you're dealing with stupid appointment time. Sometimes
And then,
3 o'clock.
Yes. And then you're dealing with washing out the trailer sometimes because you're dealing with different product, cold to hot, and things like that.
So the extra money in that is probably can almost be not worth it because the time you're gonna spend.
Exactly.
Either worrying about temperature, jumping in the back of there, doing the washouts, paying attention to that green light that's lit up back there, keep looking in your mirror.
Yes. And then what about when the motor go out in a reefer? Now we got to go to the shop. They have to find out what the problem is.
Right.
Then they have to fix the problem. I don't really particularly want to do all that.
Oh, meanwhile, you're worrying about the product.
That's another motor that I got to already got to deal with the motor in the tractor.
Right.
Now I got to deal with the motor in the reefer too.
Oh God, and don't get it with a company like I remember Prime. The minute you get some type of signal, you get all kind of notifications through the phone, through the damn call come. I mean, it goes crazy.
Oh, so they monitoring that thing, huh?
Well, they should, because you got to think about it. That meat back there, or whatever you dealing with hundreds of $1,000s of product.
Right.
So of course, it's like one trailer go down. That's a big, claim for them.
True, right.
So. Yeah.
And what about
I wish Shanda.
Right. And what about them rejecting your load because your trailer smelled like the coffee that you picked up a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
And now you're picking up dog food, but they're rejecting the dog food. So now you're sitting on a load that you may not even be getting paid for. And then you got to find out where you got to go and dispose what you have. That's just too much to me.
Right. Hey, 1409 said, what's involved with the hazmat endorsement process?
Bullshit.
More money that you have to spend for nothing.
And I was like Shanda too. I had got all my endorsements.
Yes. Right. And you know what people don't understand about endorsements? When they own the company, I think endorsements are good if you own a company. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, no, you know what? I think they're good if you work for a company. But this is what people don't understand. Because if you own it, listen what I'm saying. Let's hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Let's talk about insurance.
Right. That's what I'm about to tell you. So that's why I say that. If you just work for a company, it's good to have all these endorsements on your stuff, right? But if you own a company, when you're doing your insurance, trust me, the insurance waiting for you. Oh, you do hazmat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. They're going to hit you.
Yeah.
You do this right here.
$100,000. Like, what?
And you're not even making that much more money.
And you're not making that much money. No, so I even tell people when they're doing their authority, don't just because they got hazmat on their license. Hey, unless you know you're going to be doing that, don't get that put on there. Don't even put it on there. Right. Because the insurance company is going to look. You know what I'm saying? And even if you say no and they look on your dog, what's it, 159? I can't think of the form. They look at that and they're going to say, oh, no, yeah, you be pulling hazmat. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to make it accordingly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of money. And so that's what people don't understand when they get in their authority. They wonder why is mine this right here? Because you let somebody do it for you. You know what I'm saying? And they checked hazmat on there. And the insurance companies give you insurance based off of that because you don't understand what goes in the OSHA and the spills and all this stuff like that. That's why it costs so much.
Right. Right.
Game.
It's crazy. People, and there's a lot of, like I said, when you get on the other side of this business, I promise I never understood. I really thought these mega carriers were like messing over these drivers.
Right.
When you're on the other side of the business, then you have a clear understanding why they don't want to pay as much.
Yeah,
true.
Because there's so much overhead, and that's what I like where I'm at because there's not much overhead.
Right. Okay. Now I'm back to the taxes now because this is just the thing, the business side of it. What are some things that we can look at as far what can owner operators or whatever you look at for as just things they don't know about it, the credits? You know what I'm saying? Things that help them in the tax process.
Right.
What are some things that help?
And that's what I was getting towards. The people around me are making $500,000 or more. You understand what I'm saying? Off of one or two trucks. Okay. These are men. I'm talking about felons. I'm talking about criminal backgrounds. But because they took the money that they had and invested in a truck and put it over there in the oil field.
Right.
Okay. Which a lot of people don't understand why they don't know that we're out there in Shreveport because we call that hush money over there. Okay.
Okay.
This is property that people are living on and they're getting it tested from companies such as the company that I pull for.
Right.
and other companies out there. And what they're finding out is that they're having oil up under their land.
Right.
Okay. It's a lot of money for them to dig that up. Okay. And for us to bring what they need, which is sand, chemicals, and they are willing to pay to get the product out the ground.
So they go ahead and spend that money.
They're going to spend that money.
They'll watch the bank account go down.
Yes.
So
to get that.
But we won't.
Exactly.
But we won't do that.
But we won't do that.
Right.
And I think that's why I enjoy where I'm at, because I know that there's a lot of millionaires around me, and they may not look like millionaires.
Of course
they might be driving the Kenworth that's falling apart, the International that need the bumper
all day.
Okay, but guess what? They got 2 or 3 more trucks,
and you know the numbers,
and I know them personally, and I know what numbers that they're getting because we both work for the same carrier.
Right.
Okay, but I'm on a smaller level because I only got 1 or 2 trucks.
Right.
But a lot of people around me got 4 and 5 and 6.
Oh my goodness.
So we're doing the numbers, and we know they're not lying.
Right.
Okay. Because a lot of lying go on in trucking.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of people want to lie about how much money they make.
Right.
Which is ridiculous. Okay. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm not making too much money, but I sure would like to be in this business to make more.
Right.
Okay. And that's what I did. I said, you know what? I'm not making much running for this company, but I'm going to try to make more.
Right.
Okay. I never lied about how much money I made. Even with Fedex, I've always told people, you know what? That's good money over there.
Right.
Okay. I didn't never tell them, okay, I'm making $4,000 a week.
Right.
Which people do in trucking. I don't know why. But these young men, they are felons. Remember this.
Yes,
they are
Now.
criminals.
They were
criminals. Okay. Sorry. They were. Right. They're not anymore.
That's right.
They're making $500,000 out there.
Doing it. And we over here scared to watch the bank account go down.
Okay. And all they're doing is buying more and more trucks.
Because they ain't scared to watch the bank account go down.
Yes. And then when those trucks go to the shop, they don't hesitate to pay.
Because they got business credit.
They got money.
I know. But they got business credit too.
These guys got money.
I know.
Okay. So what I want to say is, like, once you get to that bracket, okay, start looking at other things to invest your money in.
Here we go.
Even if you're not making a huge profit.
My damn.
Okay.
But hold up now. You just said something wrong right now. You ain't gonna keep doing this to
Even
me tonight.
if you're not making a huge
you're
profit.
Not gonna keep saying this to me tonight. You're not gonna keep doing this. You're telling me to invest in something that I'm not gonna make a huge profit.
Yes.
That's the only thing we do. We only want something if it's big. Come on now. That's why we don't spend. That's why we don't watch the count go down. No. Because we got to make the count go way up quick.
No.
We don't do long-term stuff. No. We don't do that.
No. Because the same reason why people do not want to go above and beyond is because they're scared of the taxes that they may face.
But there's no need to be scared.
IRS. A lot of people are scared of the IRS. So we try to keep ourselves at bay so that, you know, oh, I don't want to make too much money because then I got to deal with taxes. That is nonsense.
Talk to
There's other ways that you can deal with your taxes. So if you're at $500,000.
Let's talk about it. We had half a nickel.
We had $500,000. Let's go out here and buy some property. And even though we know that this property is $30,000 and I may have to put $20,000 in it, it's another business. Okay, so now I didn't put, let's say instead of $20,000, I bought this for $20,000, but instead of $20,000, I didn't put $40,000.
Okay.
So now that's bringing down that $500,000 income that I had with them trucks. Okay.
So
now my tax liability is coming down.
Come on now.
Okay.
Because I spent some money.
Because I've been spending money on that house down there.
I made some money and I spent.
Yes.
But hold up, that goes again. I can't go buy the shoes that I can show everybody I'm wearing then.
Right.
I can't go buy all that stuff I like everybody see me wearing.
Right.
If I do that, that makes too much sense what you just said.
Right.
I got to keep my income high so I can get taxed off of that high income and go buy some retail items, right? That's gonna get taxed again.
Right.
Hold up. That don't make sense.
Right.
Oh my God. I wanted to just go spend money. I want to go spend money at the store. Yeah. I didn't want to go buy nothing.
Yes.
Because I want to get taxed off the big number twice.
Right.
Preach. I'm just, I'm totally from North Carolina, so I'm a little slow.
And that's why I try to preach to people, like, find different, sources of income. Even if you're not going to make a huge profit off of it, it might help you in the area where you are making a huge profit. Okay. Yes.
So the other source. Okay.
Yes.
I think I'm learning a little something. Go ahead.
So this is what I call it. I call it the Trump effect. Okay. Why I call it the Trump effect? Because Trump has been doing it for years. See, people want to look down on Trump for all his business and not showing his taxes, but this is what he's been doing. He's a millionaire, in certain businesses that he run, but in certain businesses that he have, he also taken a loss.
On purpose. My bad.
On purpose.
My bad. You can't be saying some stuff like this. People gonna kick my doors down. You're not gonna get me ran out of here.
Y'all, let me hang up. I forgot. I'm tripping. I'm up here watching y'all like I'm.
Hey, okay. Well, it don't matter.
I
mean,
on the line.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm hanging up.
All right. But
but that's too smart. Stop. No, because we want to say that he's a bad business, or people like that are bad business people because they have business that fail on purpose. But anyway, because if I fail on purpose, then the income I made over here I can pay. Oh, but it don't make sense because people don't understand business.
Right.
And this is what I tell people when see, this one I have to bring my little education out, but I don't like to do that. But anyway, this is what I tell people: they don't understand business. Right? Because we only listen to what we've heard for years and years.
Right.
And the people we've listened to for years and years, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one or two of them came out of whatever it was, but they're not telling anybody.
Right.
That's the thing. And then these things are in these books. These things are in these neighborhoods that we can't go to. That's where it is. The information is. And we can meet people who know this information and they may not tell them. Now, I can promise you, say like the conversation we just had, right? I can tell you I've had the conversation more than a few times, right? With just people.
Right.
But never have I heard the conversation outwardly on anything, anywhere. Out of all these people who get on Instagram and sit here and say, hey, do this right here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let me say you this. Let's do this right here. Nobody has ever said what you just said, or what, if you had to talk to somebody else. That's what our issue is. We don't want to become educated on business. When we try to spread business to people, they don't want to hear it because they know what they know and they don't know anything. And I tell people all the time, this is why you're in the spot you're in right now. And then you wonder why some people don't talk. You wonder why some people don't say anything. You wonder why are they so quiet? Why are you so secretive? Why you don't do? Because you know what? People won't listen and they're scared to let that bank account go down.
Right.
Start some over here. Let the bank account go down. Put it to your business. Start some over here.
Right.
Let the bank account go down. See, they don't think.
Yeah.
Because they have to see everything. But when you see everything, why am I going to keep getting taxed on the same money year after year after year? Why do you think businesses try to deplete their funds? Because they don't want to pay the taxes, and they're smart enough to do it. And it doesn't take a smart CPA to do this. We've known this for years.
It doesn't.
I don't mean to get on my economic rant, but I'm just keeping it real.
And and another thing I want to point out too, for these young guys that's out here, you don't always have to hire somebody to do your payroll. Okay, I understand, and I hear this a lot. Oh, well, I don't want to deal with a driver because then I have to deal with his payroll and I have to pay somebody to do the payroll. That's the problem. First of all, a lot of things you could do yourself.
Your kid can do it, and you can pay him a certain amount of money.
You can do it yourself. You can do it from your phone.
That's their chore.
You could pay a lot of your employees and things like that right through your phone. All it takes is a website.
And here it comes.
They're going to just deduct it from your account, whatever you report to them for wages to pay your employees.
And that's a service too, right?
Yes.
So that's a service you have, and that service is used to operate your company, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, let me quit. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna push my mic over.
And you could do it yourself. I talk to a lot of people that, I paid somebody to do that. Why? When is this right here on your phone and all you have to do is say, okay, well, I want to pay Tom Jones $2,000 this Friday. It's all here. And you know what? And these companies, these payroll companies, they have 1-800 numbers. You could call them and you could ask them, you know, step by step how to navigate, how to pay your payroll and things like that. You know, when I got into this and I was doing bookkeeping and things like that, and guys was actually starting businesses and taking a chance with me. You know what I'm saying? For me to do their bookkeeping and keep the receipts up and things like that. And I appreciate those people that was taking a chance. You know, when you have a business, you don't want to mess up your paperwork. And if you're smart and educated, you know, you will pay somebody $100 an hour to keep up your paperwork. And I appreciate, and these are guys that were in the streets, but they were trying to do better. So I was willing to help them. You know, and I want to give a shout out to Title Chaser,
all day,
because he was one of my clients that had
Title Chaser.
Really,
he's on Instagram.
Progressed. Yes,
we'll just find him right now.
And I remember
everybody follow Title Chaser.
Yes, and I remember when he started in his garage.
Ooh, okay, not a garage now.
And he would hire me and my assistant to come into his home and do his paperwork, his receipts, his bookkeeping. Okay. The man is doing big things. And that was all because, and he would file his taxes. Okay. Even if he owed, you know what I'm saying? And if you look on his Instagram and you see how well he is doing now, that's all because he took a chance to hire someone like me to keep his paperwork together.
Somebody who had already been in them out there on them streets.
And out there in the streets, grinding. And everything I taught him, and I teach people, and I tell people this: if I'm telling you something, just listen. That's all you need to do.
Ooh, it's this thing I say. STFU.
Yeah. Just listen. And that's what he did. He listened. He done everything I told him to do. And he is booming. He moved out of state. And he paid me for years to take care of him. And I am so proud of him.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, and he wasn't afraid. You know, he spent his money and
he would let the account go down?
He let the account go down. And if you look on his Instagram, he has a warehouse full of material. Yes, he do.
Well, I'm trying to, but go ahead, keep talking.
Yes,
I'm about to find him.
He is great. And you know, I just want people to know that there's other things that you can do. So we talking about that $500,000. Okay, now we getting into real estate.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I might buy this house for $20,000, put $30,000 in it. Okay. But I'm gonna start renting it out. Even though
is it Title Chaser Tone?
Yes, that's him.
Okay.
So even though
I'm him right now.
Yes, even though I'm not making much on rent, you know, every month.
Right.
It's still an expense. But I'm making $500,000 in my trucks.
Because the income over here, right?
Right.
The income, that I made came over here.
Right.
Right. Which dropped this down.
Right.
Which dropped my tax.
Yes.
Oh, come on now. That's too smart.
So we're doing the Trump effect. So
that's too smart right there.
So now, I'm making $500,000 in my trucking.
Okay.
But my real estate, I'm pouring money into it.
It's just taking up.
It's going down. So I'm gonna show the IRS that, you know what, I'm not making too much money over here.
Right.
But I'm taking my income from here and I'm putting it over here.
Okay.
So now, since I'm not making $500,000 a year, now it's trickling down because I'm in the real estate now.
Right.
Okay. So I have expenses in my real estate. I might have to do the plumbing. Okay, now we're looking at $20,000.
Oh.
Now I might have to do the kitchen.
Come on, hold up now. See, stop right now.
Yeah.
Stop. You're killing me over here. So we done took some money from over here off of income I made. We done bought this property for $200,000, right? $20,000. We done put $40,000 in it, right? Now it's out there. I ain't making too much rent money off of it, right?
Right.
Now the toilet, they calling about the toilet.
Right.
But I'm gonna be mad. I'm not gonna replace the toilet because it's gonna take away from my income money over here.
Right.
I can't go buy no Jordans.
Right.
But you telling me you're gonna be like, okay, all right, I'm going to place that toilet.
Yep.
So you turn into the super landlord.
Right.
Every time you tell me something wrong.
Yep.
Okay. Let me go get some of this earned income over here and put it over here.
Right.
Because this thing is bleeding me. And it makes you wonder why all these rich people for years have these certain properties that they don't ever fix up, or they fix it up slow.
Yep.
And they keep it and they just keep dropping it down because they're taking a loss on it intentionally, because they probably seen the plans from the city developer and they know in 5 years this is what's going to happen. So they're going to keep taking a loss. Oh, my bad. I'm talking too much again. But go ahead, because I'm just a little dumb boy from North Carolina.
But then again, we're talking about the Trump effects. Because now that, okay, my real estate business is not popping. Let's say 4 years and went past. I didn't pull the losses out of it. But I don't want to get out the business. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I start another business. It may be the same business, but now, I just want to start it all over because I'm showing the IRS this is taking an L. So I can go and start another real estate business with another name.
Oh, come on now. You telling me, right, again, that I'm going over here. Listen, I'm about to go crazy in here. So you telling me again, I'm still taking L's over here.
Yeah.
Because Brian ain't taking no L's. My company's taking L's, right?
Right.
Right? Because I'm doing business stuff with EIN, right?
Right.
So this is sucking. You telling me if this can suck, I can go make another one?
Right. And that's what Trump does.
And then still taking money from this earned income and putting it over here.
And you know what? I respect the hustle. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not in I'm not in politics and things like that. And
right.
Last time I voted was Obama.
Okay.
Because I'm independent. So I choose to vote for who I want to vote for.
Right.
I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat.
Right.
Okay. I don't have a party.
Right.
Okay.
So she's not picking sides with anything.
I'm not picking sides.
She's picking business. She's talking business right now. And that's what this is. So don't nobody come in with no political. This is a non-political platform.
Yes.
This is 100% business platform. Okay. So, and in business, now this is where it's gonna come crazy when people look at people like they're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is why they get mad with people. If you're a business person, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do what's best for? You or your business? If you're a business person, talk to me.
The business, because the business is what's going to bring me my lifestyle of what I want. Okay. And I'm not saying that I'm a Trump supporter, but the Trump effect of not showing his taxes, because he don't want you to see that, okay, yeah, I make $2 million from the Trump Tower in Vegas.
Right.
But in Manhattan, I'm losing $2 million.
Right.
Okay. But he losing $2 million because of Corona. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because people are getting evicted. And he's not. And one thing about it, he's not going to sweat about it. Because he know that when it comes time to file the taxes on the Trump Tower, he's going to need to show that $2 million loss over here in Manhattan.
For real.
So that he don't have to pay
that right there, huh?
Taxes on the Manhattan.
Oh, I wish I would have been that smart.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here today, so I can learn this stuff.
I respect the Trump effect. Because people been doing it for years. And let me tell you something. When I was in the H&R Block, we were being taught the Trump effect.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, some people think of, H&R Block is small or what have you, but it's not. H&R Block, they actually do all kinds of taxes.
Right.
To millions of dollars to just personal taxes.
True.
Okay.
Right.
And people are not educated on the things that they can do, just like a Schedule A. Okay, now let's get off of business taxes for a minute.
Okay.
Let's talk about these personal taxes.
Let's go personal then.
Okay,
sure. I didn't know you were going there, but we're gonna go personal.
Let's get into the middle class.
Okay.
Let's talk about what people been doing for years and people don't know. Like for instance, some people don't know what a Schedule A is.
They don't see either. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about what itemized taxes deductions is itemized deductions.
People don't know how to itemize things.
Itemized deductions is a Schedule A. And even though currently the standard deduction is good,
right,
because they are trying to help the middle class and some of the upper class as well.
Right.
Back in the day when I started,
okay,
a lot of people were taking advantage of the Schedule A, and a lot of my people did not know about the Schedule A. So let's get into the Schedule A. The Schedule A is your real estate taxes, your property taxes, your sale taxes. Okay, these are
y'all writing
deductions.
This down? Repeat them 3 again.
Okay.
Right. Listen, if you haven't sent this right here, like I said, I don't care if anybody subscribes. Send a link to somebody right now. Send a link to your kid. Send this link to them right now. Tell them don't subscribe. Tell them that you just listen to what she's saying. That's all I want them to do. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to be educated because nobody is out here educating us. Okay. People on this platform here, they're going to come here to educate. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll follow or whatever the craziest stuff, man. But the stuff that's going to build, we will not do it. Because we got to have a celebrity. We got to have somebody wearing some chains. Listen, you're not going to see no chains and all this stuff on my platform. I'm not going to wear that. You're going to see me wearing sweatsuits and Chuck Taylors. That's what you're going to see. Right. I'm sorry. That's all you're going to ever see. Okay. But the people here, what they're going to bring is important. So please pass this information on. Right. Now, what are those 3 things again for the A?
Your real estate taxes.
Real estate taxes.
So if you bought a home and you're married or what have you, you have real estate taxes, you have property taxes, you have sale taxes. You know the sale taxes when you go and buy something from the store.
Yeah, like when I just go to Family Dollar.
And you know, down at the bottom of your receipt where it say sale taxes.
Yes, it's sale tax right there.
Yes, you can put that on the schedule.
On. Oh my God, no, you didn't. Yes. I can go to Family Dollar and look at the bottom of that receipt.
Where it says sale taxes.
Where it says sale taxes and do what with it?
You can put that on your Schedule A.
Lord mercy.
Okay.
We all go to, everybody be at the store.
The miles that you use to go to the doctor.
Now we're talking about the physical appointments.
Anywhere. You can put that on your Schedule A.
Medical
stuff. You know, when you see a lot of these rich folks pulling up at Goodwill and the thrift store, and they just giving away all they good stuff.
Ooh, they get that slip.
That's going on their Schedule A.
They get that slip too.
Yeah.
They don't just drop it off.
They make sure they
want
their
slip.
Yes. You know, the little boxes where they drop off the shoes and the clothes. They're going to call for their slip because that's going on their schedule.
That's right. Because they know the manager there too.
Yes.
They know the manager.
And all that's going to bring back their tax liability so that they don't have to pay so much on their income.
Because that income, that piece of paper drops it down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You try to tell people some stuff, right? Like, it's going to go with what you said, right? Hey man, why don't you donate something to a business and then have them give you something back?
Yeah.
And then they're going to give you this piece of paper, you know what I'm saying, from their company saying that you donated items, blah, 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 how much it was. And guess what you just did?
Yeah, you brought your income down.
But I don't want to do that for. Why would I do that for somebody?
Why would I go feed the homeless?
Why would I do that right there? Come on, man.
Yes, and the celebrities. Actually, whoever is doing the bookkeeping and accounting for a lot of these celebrities that you see online that's giving away,
they tell them to go do it.
They're free cars.
Why do you think Oprah be giving away cars at certain times of the year?
Diamond necklaces.
They have a number. They have a number.
Bringing down their
You need to do this right here. That's what they tell them. You need to do this right for real.
You need to give away $250,000 in the next 3 weeks.
Oh, you need to get this amount of cars away. No, hey, listen, you gotta give away 7 cars.
Right.
You know what? No, we're gonna do 1 car per day for November and December. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, that adds up to that. Okay, then give away a trip too.
Well, no, they're going to do it before they have to put in their taxes.
Before the taxes, what I'm saying is because they already got that number
for that year. You're right.
Oh, they're so
November
nice.
and December is normally when you start seeing people on social media giving things away.
Oh, I'm having a giveaway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first
blah
blah people call me because they know how much they made, and some people itemize it to the point where they know pretty much based off of last year where they're going as far as their goals and what they're gonna make. You know what I'm saying? We have to do better. We have to understand. We need to support things. Okay, now this is what I try to get people to understand, right? if me as a business, if somebody has a business,
right,
I'm going to support that business. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I know how to support it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? This is how you take care of everybody. This is how you build.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Period. Even if I buy this from you to donate it.
Right.
I bought you because you go to Family Dollar and buy 5,000 book bags, right? So if I can go to Family Dollar and buy 5,000 book bags and then go donate it to the school, I just drop my income down.
Right.
So why can't I go support your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go buy donuts. You sell donuts. I'm going to get 5 of my hard hitting partners, and guess what we're going to do? Because if you tell Brian, hey man, I got a donut shop, and blah blah blah. Guess what Brian gonna do? I'm gonna call my hitters. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the business owners who I know. And all I'm gonna say, hey man, we need to go to the donut shop over there. Okay. And we're gonna go there and we're gonna go buy them donuts out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna buy them up. Not just today.
Right.
Not just today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey man, I'm gonna go there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you go there. Okay, I'm gonna go for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna buy X amount and I'm gonna go drop these off to the nurses over at so and so. Hey, we're going to the fire station. We're gonna drop these off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we do these things. We do 2 things. We lower that income,
right,
and we support other businesses.
That's right.
Everybody else been doing this for
years.
And they call it's a name. When people don't like to hear it, they say it's like a good old boy network or whatever name when they name it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I got you, you got me.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But the problem is, in a lot of cultures, some cultures, you know what I'm saying, we don't have each other.
Right.
And so we're in 2021 begging. Because I'm telling you, sister, I'm in 2021 begging people. I beg people daily. You know what I'm saying? That's why this platform is here. Because I'm tired of begging, man. But I'm going to continue to beg. Because I'm begging for us to be better.
Right.
That's what I'm begging for.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to get something, you know what I'm saying, you need some help, somebody, a person trying to get a truck, right? Period. Mm-hmm. I own a business. You trying to get a short. You $1,500 short.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to donate $1,500. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do.
Right.
Or I'm going to do whatever I do. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt me not one bit.
Right.
And I gave back. Mm-hmm. And I helped.
And that's a good way. That's a good way that you said
I'm just a country boy from North Carolina. My bad.
That's a good way to do it. That is a great way to do it. It really is. And, even people don't even know they go to church every Sunday. God bless your heart. But those tithes that you pay in every week, that also goes on your Schedule A. People don't know that. Why you think it's a lot of people in church writing big checks?
And that's why the pastor want them there.
Yes.
Because they know they understand taxes.
Yes.
So when the pastor see them walking in, I know they're the ones who understand taxes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why you got a seat right here. You understand taxes. That's what he really saying.
Yes.
Get brother Jim down here. Because he understand taxes. You up here in the front, yeah, you make some money, but you don't understand taxes yet.
Yeah.
I need the people to understand taxes in the front row. Yeah. Come on, man.
It goes on your schedule.
You've been doing that for years.
Your tithes.
And they knew the game of it. They should have been preaching to us anyway.
Yeah.
Because they knew the game all the time.
And offering. It's so many different things on your Schedule A that you can take advantage of. And the one thing that I really, really like is the medical part of it, because we spend so much money on medical, going to the doctors, going to the hospital, going to pick up the prescription. Do you know you could write off your prescription cost on your Schedule A? And even though if your standard deduction is higher than your itemized deduction, what I do preach to people, and I try to teach people that, my clients and everything, just get in a habit of exercising your Schedule A for when it is in need that you really need to take it. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes the standard deduction might not be high.
Right.
This is the first time I've ever seen it as high as it is.
For real?
Yes.
Because you've been on it for a minute.
I've been doing it for a long time.
Right.
But for the years that I've seen that people should have been taking advantage of it, they weren't, because they weren't educated on how. Some people don't even know what a Schedule A is.
Right.
When I say Schedule A, they think I'm talking about a Schedule C. No. Schedule C is for your business.
Right.
And there's other things that I would educate people about your Schedule C.
Educate them.
When you have cell phones and you're handling business.
Oh, hello.
And that's why I always keep 2 and 3 phones.
They're
tax write-offs.
I got more than a few phones. My kids,
that's why I don't
have
care
a phone
about paying the bill.
And I own the phones that they have. They got the iPhones, and I own them, but they have them.
Yes.
My bad. It's a write-off.
Right. It's a write-off. Anything that you do as far as your business go is a write-off. And another thing that has to do with taxes, get you a business account. Quit trying to operate your personal life in your business through your personal account. Okay. It is important to have a business account. And let me tell you why. Let me break this down to y'all.
Break it down.
Okay. So I have a trucking business. Okay. And I'm operating from my personal account for my trucking business. Let's say that my truck injured someone on the road. Okay. When the people come to me, the IRS or anybody, they're going to look to see if I was operating that business in a business account. If I'm not operating that business in a business account, they can actually sue me personally because I'm operating everything from my personal account. You know what I'm saying? See, people don't understand. That's why it's important to set up an LLC, get you an EIN number, register with the state. When you're buying trucks, register your title in your business name, not in your personal name. I can hit someone with my tractor and kill them. And if the tractor is in my personal name, they can come and sue me in my estate. Okay. And that is not good. You could lose your house, your cars. Okay. And that's why it's important to have a business name and established in the state that you're operating in. Okay.
Because you won't get it in the DBA name.
Major key. Yes, Steve, major key. And that's why I stress have your paperwork together. And I learned the hard way recently because I've been doing all my businesses in Ohio. And when I came to Texas, I didn't know all the Texas rules as far as business. So my business had went non-active because I wasn't filing the proper tax forms for my business in Texas. So I had to get it reinstated, and now I see, there's different things because in Ohio we have state taxes. So as long as you're paying your state taxes and they see that you're paying in your business, it's okay. They know that you're still running. So in Texas, there's certain forms that you have to file every year to keep your
business
in standing. Yes.
And Jasmine, well, it's gonna pop over here. You right, Jasmine. She does know what she's talking about.
Yes.
You right about that.
It for a long time.
She's been doing it for a long time. I went in chronological order. Now I told y'all when she left Wendy's. I tried to tell y'all when she left Wednesday. Now she left Wednesday because she looked across the street. She saw the H&R Block sign lit up. You know what I'm saying? And she fell up in there at the front desk. Yeah. She saw them forms going back in the back, and she started being nosy, looking at it. Made that money. Mm-hmm. Ooh, girl, you dropping some major key. This is major key alert.
Yes.
That's what you're doing. I see you peek. What else you got over there? What else you got over there? Talk to me.
I just wrote down a few things, but I mentor people. I tell people all the time, download these apps, get your CDLs, get in a truck, buy you a truck, save some money. I'm so big on saving money. Okay. I am. I'm so huge on saving money and investing in something, something that's going to better your life. Because when I started and I bought this business and, when I started and I started seeing what I could profit in my own truck, let me tell you something. It was a blessing from God because if I would have never took the chance, I would have never, ever had the opportunity to make the kind of money that I'm making. Okay. And it's just been a blessing. And not only that, I've been able to bring people on the journey with me. Okay. I've talking to people and I got them buying trucks now. Right. And it feels so good to say, you know what? When they call me and they say, Shanda, you know what? I am so happy that, you gave me the game and I'm out the streets and I'm making this kind of money.
Right.
And it's just a blessing. And all it takes is people to educate one another. That's it.
Lord have mercy.
And that's what I'm doing out in the oil field. I am educating a lot of young Black men into buying their own truck. I'm even thinking about doing a lease purchase with my driver while he's driving for me. Yes. I'm saying, you know what? If you drive for me for 9 months, I will give you this truck. You know how much money I can make off of 9 months?
Right. That bad?
Why not? Help this brother get out the streets.
Let me tell you this right here. This is some hot shot game. See what you just said is this is what I learned from this old guy in North Carolina, right? So, and I told you I got into the hot shot game because my sister, because she had a company. Right. But let me tell you what this guy did. This guy, this gentleman, he has boys, right? And I don't know how he just had to happen to have 9 boys. We had 9 boys,
right?
And I used to see these dually trucks. I didn't know what to use them for. I used to see a truck and a big long trailer. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what he would do. His boys could drive probably by the time they was 7. You know what I'm saying? So by the time they got old enough to 18, he owned the company, right? And so he his sons had a truck when they was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, 16, and then they would get their CDLs. They would have a trailer, and they would drive for him for 2 years. Each one, they were almost stair-stepped. So they would drive for him in his company for 2 years. After the second year, the truck belonged to them and the trailer, and he forced them to start a company. So all his boys came through. Every one of his boys. You know what I'm saying? So just like you just said, that's what he did. He got the truck, but they didn't have, I mean, they got a salary.
Right.
I guess they got a salary. So that's how they were paying, they're paying Pop back. So in 2 years' time, you know what I'm saying, he made the truck well over a couple times already and the trailer. Now the kid gets out, you know what I'm saying, he's 2 years in, he owns a truck and a trailer,
right? And
he has an LLC, and he already knows the game. And Pop already had the contracts locked in, so they were straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Multi-million-dollar company they have in North Carolina. So exactly what you're saying that you would be willing to do with him. But the fact that you would sit here and give that opportunity, a lot of people won't do that. Right. They won't give the opportunity because they don't want to see anybody win.
That's true. But I see a lot of that.
Right. And so you want to see that individual win.
I see that a lot. They will nickel and dime their driver so that their driver can never exceed to get out of the seat. And that's bad. Or they will have to resort to doing something that they don't even want to do.
Right. True.
Because they feel like, you know what? Okay, you're just going to keep bird feeding me. So I'll just go and do this because at least I'll be home on the weekend.
Right.
Even though I'm going to take a half a pay cut. I'm going to still do this because, I'm tired of working for you for pennies. But at least over here, I'm working for pennies, but I'm off on the weekend.
Right.
And that's bad.
It is.
We should want to help people get out of the situation just like we were in the situation and wanting more.
Right, true.
And that's why I feel like now is the time. Now that I know that I'm in position and I can help somebody, just like somebody helped me.
Because you told me they gave you the game at H&R Block.
They gave me
the game. You told me. You said they trained you.
Them people. They didn't have to.
I know.
They didn't
but
get
nothing.
They
wanted to see you win. That's why.
They did not get nothing for helping me.
Right. Ain't that beautiful that people could just want to do that? They just, and that's a rarity.
But I seen the difference in some people that didn't want me to know. Because they felt competition. Oh, she's younger and she's, and you will get that.
Right.
And I even see that in the trucking industry.
But why do we have to be competition? There's enough sand out there, the sandbox. There's enough oil
Yes.
There's enough. There's enough
trucks.
There's enough everything. In fact, you're probably not enough.
You can't buy all the trucks in the United States or in the world. So therefore, if you know that there's a specific equipment or anything, and I'm looking for it, why not share your information?
Put it out there.
Yeah. And that's what I deal with a lot of times, dealing with different businesses and stuff, is the competition and the jealousy. Okay. Like, for instance, y'all know I need a driver. I'm looking for a driver.
Right.
And y'all know drivers.
Right.
But since y'all don't want to see me win, you're not even going to suggest or recommend a driver. So now I'm out here hustling, bustling, looking for me a driver. And then when I pop up with a driver, like I did a few days ago, at the last minute,
come on now,
because I wanted to come to Houston.
I know, because you told me, you said, no, I'm gonna be there because I'm meeting a driver. Okay.
So now that I have a driver, they're like, damn, I should get a driver. Dang.
Right.
I see it all the time.
Right.
Like, come on, why we can't all win? Yes. It's bad.
Right.
It's really, really bad.
It's horrible. It's horrible. But we have to do it.
Yes.
We
if you want it bad enough, you have to do things yourself.
You do.
And that's what I even been working on my truck lately. By myself. And I'm the type of person, I like to pay for convenience.
Okay.
I will do that. Okay. I would pay to fly. I would pay a mechanic in a heartbeat.
Okay.
But lately, you know what I've been saying? You know what? Instead of calling on other people, I'm doing things myself. I got my hands dirty. I got on top of my engine. I'm strapping things down. I'm, checking things that I normally pay people to check.
Right.
Because I'm getting tired of having to ask people.
Right.
And some people don't mean good. Some of these mechanics.
A lot of these people mean good.
Some of these mechanics to be watched for too. And you know what I'm learning in this game?
Yeah.
Instead of just dropping your truck off to get fixed, it's best and it's a smart thing to actually babysit your truck while it's getting fixed.
Right.
Because you never know who might want you to come back even faster after they fix this problem.
Right. Oh, yeah. And that's what happens a lot of times when you're out of state.
That part. And not only that, that's what happens when you get too comfortable.
Right.
So, I went through that motion.
Okay.
Thank God I'm smart enough to know that, this is my equipment. This is my money. I'm going to look over this like I am a mechanic.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
Okay. Because a lot of people are not out for you to win. They out to get your money and to see you suffer and drown.
Because it does them no good to see your truck going back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is no money made for them to watch your truck go back and forth.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Especially when people are in these certain hubs and they know. Think about it. Most mechanics would know, okay, let me get out here to the oil field.
Right.
Let me get out in there because we know trucks are going to break down.
Right.
And we know we can't just totally fix it because then it won't stop again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I know this is a problem, but I got a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. You can create a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fix this right here and it's up and new.
Over
and
here,
I'm going to loosen this. I'm going to pull this right here.
This.
You know what I'm saying?
I went through
I'm going to take this connector a little loose right here.
And I went through that. And you know what? That's why when we get our CDLs, pre-trip.
Right.
Pre-trip. Let's speak about pre-trip, people. Quit being so lazy and just checking the oil. When these trucks come out the shop, you don't know what these mechanics have done to your equipment.
That is so true.
Okay. And you, not only that, you parking at the truck stops. I don't park at the truck stops.
Okay.
Okay. Let me tell you something. People will do devious things to your equipment.
Right.
Okay. So you sleep at the truck stop. You know what? In your mind, you're thinking you're safe, but you're not safe.
Right.
They could get under there when you sleep and unloosen something.
True.
I had a girlfriend that she thought her wheel seal had came out because it was leaking. Right. Somebody was tampering with her truck.
What?
Yes. And she actually went to go get it repaired, the wheel seal repaired. And they told her, you know what, you don't need your wheel seal repaired, but somebody loosened this up.
That's a shame.
Yes.
That's a pure shame right there.
And it was just parked in a yard.
Right.
Where she thought was safe.
True.
But yes, you really have to be careful, and you have to do your pre-trips. We get so lazy
all the time. And losing money and just not paying attention anymore because we got comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable is so easy to get. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people can watch that bank account go up, and they get so comfortable. Right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable because I like to just I love to look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I love to just print my balance out just so I can see it. And I wanted to go higher. I don't want nothing to come out of there.
Yeah.
Because I want to pay taxes on all that again.
Right. Right.
Right. But yet businesses, corporations figure out how to drop that number almost to the bottom if they can.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They be fighting. They fight these CPAs. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? It says $20.
Yeah.
No, that thing's supposed to say 3 cents. No, because we did this right here. No, no. Yeah. It's supposed to say 3 cents over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to say. Okay, it's gonna say 3 cents. Okay, fine.
Right.
Where are we doing the annual? So that's a write-off too, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where are we doing that at? Oh, we're doing it in Palm Springs. Oh man, our company is great. They take us over to Hawaii every year. Yeah, they're great, right?
And another thing I would like people to do, look over your Schedule C. Go from every line and look at it. Look at every number.
Right.
There's a box for everything that you could take advantage of. Some people just go to that Schedule C and they say, okay, well, I pay such and such the money. And that's it. What about the person that does your taxes? That's a tax write-off.
That's a service.
That's a service. That's a tax write-off. What about the person that do your bookkeeping?
And so you get mad at them because they're going to charge you X amount of dollars.
Right.
You mad.
It's a
you
tax
charging
write-off.
me this right here? I can't. It's a tax write-off.
Right.
Crazy.
It's a tax write-off. So why care if somebody is taking good care of you and you can trust them? That's what this is about too. Build a relationship with somebody and stick with them. If you're not going to take care of your tax situation, make sure that you can trust them with your information, personal information. A lot of people say, oh, well, what about my business taxes? Let me get this clear. Your personal taxes and your business account, your business taxes is hand in hand. It's like one big old tax return. There is no separate. Okay. And people don't know that. They always be like, well, what about my business taxes? What about is connected together?
Right.
Okay. You have a personal life, but this business return is going to reflect what you're spending in what you're making in your personal life.
Right.
It's all together. But people do not want to pay for the services that will help them in the long run.
Right. Why do you think these corporations, why do you think these tax people, you know what I'm saying, or these, for these big companies are very, very rich? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One, they're smart, they know what they're doing, and the companies have to pay them.
Right.
And they know this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna go out there, they're gonna look at every box. That's why they're gonna look at everything you can get. And you know what? And you can go to some places because they're lazy, because you go into this office and because it's mom and pop hook them up tax service, right?
Right.
You go in there, they're based off of volume.
Yes.
That's what and people have to understand. Don't go to those places that are based off volume.
Right.
Because they're not going to take care of you. They have a fee, it's set. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to get their money and they're good with that.
Right.
No matter how much you get, they're good with that. You know what I'm saying? They want you to take the advance anyway.
Yeah.
So they can weigh you out on that piece right there. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get smarter.
Yeah.
We really do. You know what I'm saying? If we haven't taken advance, we have businesses on our taxes, then we probably need to look at our business. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, we need to look at our business and how we're doing in our business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it comes to education.
Education.
So why aren't there people out here really teaching tax education? Why is that not popular? Because I think it would do a lot.
What I learned over the years, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, is because it's job security. So why would I share all these different things with you and then you stop coming to me because you might want to start doing them on your own. And it does happen. But what I've always done for all my clients is educate them. Yes, I have. I've always educated my client on how to, just have a better tax situation, even when they leave me, or even if they choose to do their own, or even if they choose to go to somebody else, because now I done moved out of state and I don't even want to deal with you.
Right.
Because that's technically what I did when I left Ohio.
Right.
I left a lot of my clients.
Okay.
Okay. Because I had such a good run for so long. And that's another thing too.
Right.
Just because you fold on a business does not mean that it was not successful. Right. My cleaning service was successful.
Right.
Okay. I could have sold it, but I didn't. I just folded.
Right.
Because I was tired of waking up at 4:00 in the morning, going behind my workers.
Right.
After they got done working, and then I still got to pay them.
Right.
I just got burnt out. It was good money. I made excellent money doing that.
Right.
Okay. I had an apartment complex in a nice neighborhood. Okay. Did everything for them. But when you have a good run, it's okay to fold.
Right.
It's okay to say, you know what, I'm tired. Let me go ahead and move on to something else. Right. And that's what I wish I would have done. I wish I would have sold my cleaning service.
Okay.
But, we get so caught up in being attached to something that we don't want somebody else to have. But that's the part of what I did not know I could do. I should have sold it to someone.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Mark Cuban will tell you in a minute, he don't get attached to nothing. That's why he on the Mavericks now.
And I learned that.
He didn't get attached to nothing.
Just like I'm not getting in touch to these trucks that I just bought.
As you should.
And that's why I'm willing to do a lease purchase with my drivers.
Right.
Because I'm not getting attached to nothing.
Right. So smart.
That's just what I even flipped cars before. I didn't even tell you that.
Okay, you flipping cars.
I used to go to the auction, get cars, and sell them. I never get attached to. I had all types of different vehicles.
Right.
Okay. I could name them all, make and model. I don't get attached to anything like that.
Well, we know him in 6 months. We know, the 6 month killer. That's what we're gonna call you out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been driving
6 months Shonda. That's what your name is.
I've been driving the Acura for a few months, and I'm already ready
done with it, huh?
I just feel like, we get so caught up on being attached to material things and not seeing the money out of it.
Oh my God.
Say
it again. Oh man.
So
years and years people just being material.
Just hold on to
gotta
things.
Have it. It ain't making
hold
nothing.
on to things, and it ain't even making the money.
Material things and watching that bank account, you're gonna get taxed, the income twice, 3 times, 4 times.
Buying all these toys. What you need all them toys for?
Right.
It ain't making
it's not
no
for
money.
the business.
It's not making no money.
Right.
What are we in it for if we're not trying to better our living, our situations, put our kids in better schools, in life insurances and things like that?
Ooh, say it again.
You
didn't say life insurance, did you?
Life insurance.
No, because we have to do GoFundMe burials. That's the big thing. We're not doing no life insurance stuff. We don't want to leave nobody better than what you have conversations and say, what's your life worth? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. People will say, oh, life insurance costs. I will have to, I'm gonna give you a number, right? I have to pay $400 a month. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but you got a car. How much your car costs a month?
Probably more.
You paying $1,200-$1,500 for this car because you got to be seen. Or you know what? It can't get a spot on it because it can't come out the garage unless the sun is at a perfect temperature. You know what I'm saying? The sun is at a certain point, certain temperature, because you wouldn't want to get a rain on it. Lord knows you don't get a rain on it, right? But yet you won't spend $400 a month. You know what I'm saying? On your life. But you will for a car. Yep. You will for a brand.
Yep.
But you won't do it for your life.
Right.
So many people leave this earth and they're only worth a GoFundMe account.
Right.
Right. But you look at all the material things they had and they have, right?
Right.
That's what they were worth. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, and I had this conversation the other day. We can and this is just my philosophy, and I might be wrong, but it's mine. It's what I've done. So if I make sure I'm just working on legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just legacy. I just want my kids to have a picture on the wall so they can say, "Oh yeah, that was him." Right?
Right.
We living good because of this right here, but not because really what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? They're taken care of already because I learned from some other cultures how you take care of the future. I learned that, you know what I'm saying, from some other cultures how you do that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's easy. That's what you want to do? Oh man, I actually had to do that in a minute.
Right.
But then people look at the number like, oh, I gotta pay that much every month. Yeah. But what if I live this long? Okay. And what? But this ain't about you then. That's not about you. So why are you worried about it if that's not about you? Right. So you ain't ready then. Right?
You're right.
And then you can just live your life doing these things that you're doing to build a legacy now. Right. Because they're taken care of for the rest of their life. That didn't happen for me. That didn't happen for my mother. That didn't happen for, you know what I'm saying? Right. So be the first one to do it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, and that's the thing. That's the hard talk we have to have with each other sometimes. Right? Because we're so busy talking about, I want to build this empire for my kids.
Right.
You want to build an empire. Okay. That's great. But you know what I'm saying? But you can do so much more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for the kids you'll never see again, that you'll never see, right? There's so much you can do if we just think for a minute and we make a decision, get our affairs in order. You say it even with trucking, you get your affairs in order, get your life in order, get your will together, get all that stuff situated, get your policies on point,
right?
And all them taken care of then. They're taken care of then. You ain't got to do it at one time.
All of that is paperwork. When I say paperwork, I mean paperwork. Get your paperwork together. Get your will together. If you on the road, you should have a living will. I don't care how old you are.
They're scared of wheels.
You could be 25.
People scared of wheels.
If you got a car at the house and you got a baby at home, have a will.
People scared of wheels.
Say, you know what? I want everything that I leave out here in the streets to go to my baby.
They're scared of them.
So that somebody can sell and make a profit on whatever you have left and give it to your baby. If you on the road and you risking your life, or you doing any type of job that you risking your life every day, get a will and you have something to leave behind,
Because the state will take it now.
Make a will. It don't cost much.
Right. But they're scared of it. You know why? Because they have to have the conversation about, they have to go somewhere and have a conversation about dying. If they died.
People die every day.
But not, it don't happen to them.
I know.
It happens to everybody else.
Yeah.
So they don't want to have that conversation.
Right.
Because they have to talk about dying.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to die, so I'll do it later. Well, I ain't going to die, so I'll do it later. Right?
Right.
So what do we really care about? Ourselves?
Right.
Or leaving this for, and that's a whole nother talk, but
yeah,
we got to fix some stuff.
Yeah.
We got to fix some stuff.
We really do. And I'm just glad that I've seen so many different avenues and ways to get the paperwork right.
And Tony M said, and have a meeting with the family about the will. Now it ain't about just, you're right, Tony.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about, it's not just about doing it. It's having a meeting. Oh, I got a will. I mean, you ask the spouse or the kid, somebody ain't got no will.
Yes. So they can understand what's going on. Right. Yes, it is important. And I'm so happy that my grandmother, a lot of people don't know, but like, say you have a house or you have some things that you never want to be sold.
Right.
It's called per stripes. Okay.
Say it again.
Per stripes.
Per stripes.
A lot of people don't know what per stripes is.
I don't know what per stripes is. I'm being real.
So let me explain.
It's 100% real, yeah.
You have a will.
Okay.
And instead of saying, okay, well, I have this house, I have this land, and I have some antique cars that may be worth $500,000 or what have you. You could write in your will that, smart people will say, you know what, I don't want this land. I have a farm, 10 acres of farm land. I don't want this land sold, even when I pass, or even when my children are gone. You will put in your will that everything that is valuable, or you could list what you want to be sold or what not, or what do not sell.
Right.
you can leave everything per stripes, like my grandmother did. My grandmother put in her will per stripes. That means nothing can be sold unless grandchildren, great grandchildren, all agree that it's sold.
So we know it ain't going nowhere then.
So it's not going nowhere.
Cause they ain't gonna never agree.
Because you gotta also think a lot of girls, a lot of young women, they get older, they get married, and they let their husband take over.
Then
their husband is on the deed. Then they sell the property. Then they get a divorce, and then the girl never ever gets anything. But if it's per stripes, it's not gonna go in his name,
right,
from the jump.
Okay, that's a nugget and a half there.
Yes,
that's deep.
What was that movie where the girl was like, putting a lot of money into her husband, and then he ended up leaving her? What was that? Fatal Attraction? Yes. See what I'm saying? That kind of thing happens. You see how she lost her mother's house?
Okay.
All behind her husband. But if it was set in the will correctly, he would have never had it. She would have never lost it.
You doing the Tyler Perry movie?
Is it Tyler Perry?
Acrimony.
That's it. Not Fatal Attraction.
Acrimony. Because I know Fatal Attraction now.
Oh, okay.
They wasn't married. She was just crazy.
But that's a prime example.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She sold the house to help him.
Right.
Bad situation.
Right. But if mama left it right, she wouldn't have been able to do it because the sisters, she couldn't have went
Exactly. The sisters wouldn't have never agreed to sell it.
True. That's what I'm saying. It would have just never went anywhere.
Exactly.
Man.
Yes. And a lot of women do it because they're persuaded by the husband.
Right.
This husband of theirs, he want to start a trucking business, but he wants you to sell your mama house so he could buy it. Right. Then he buy the trucking business and buy all these trucks and start seeing the money. Then he'd get rid of you.
Right. The game is horrible. Yeah. The game is horrible.
Yes, it is. So make sure your paperwork is together. That's what I'm majoring on. I'm major, get your paperwork together. Even if you don't have the money to buy a truck yet, start your business, start your EIN number, start your state paperwork.
Right.
And a lot of people that are applying for the PPP are not getting it because their paperwork is not right. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all.
Keep it real.
The people out there where I'm working.
Yeah, they're getting them.
They're making $500,000.
Right.
They're making a lot of money. So they're getting $100,000, $200,000 PPP loan because they have proof that they're paying drivers.
Right.
$100,000 a year.
You just said the whole key right there. They have proof that they're paying drivers.
That they're paying, even if that means I'm sending my driver a 1099.
Right.
Or if I'm giving him a W-2, or if I'm taking taxes out,
right.
Get you a payroll company.
Okay.
Website. Purchase it. Use it.
Right.
Then you have proof to show that I could be forgiven off of this $100,000
because
that
you have the proof.
Because you have the
that
proof
you are paying versus just saying that you have employees that you're paying. Yes. So now you won't fall into the category of to be forgiving because you don't have the proof that you are paying because you just listed that you are paying. Verbiage is amazing.
Yeah. And they are really booming. Where I work, them guys are doing it.
Girl, let me tell you something. You know what you're about to do, right? You know what you're about to do, right?
I'm proud of everybody. Shout out to everybody out there in Shreveport.
Hey, Shreveport.
Y'all
doing so well.
Yes. And
that G5 is about to be.
Now, I can't speak for everybody now. I don't know what's going on with the Biden thing, and people are looking for other lanes out there. Okay. Some people have already left.
Yeah.
But I am proud to say that,
the ones that haven't left.
For only 6 months of me owning my truck.
Yeah. Talk to me. Oh, she about to give us something.
I have made over 100,000. That's just in 6 months. Off of one truck.
One truck.
So just imagine if I did a full year.
Right.
off of one truck. Just imagine if I had 2 trucks. A lot of people that I work amongst, they have 3 and 4 trucks.
Right. So they doing it out there a little bit.
Okay. So yes, it's all about numbers.
Right.
And then they're not taking their trucks all over the road. So not only are we winning on the fuel side.
Right.
You know.
What's fuel cost a day? Average for your truck. Average.
A day? I don't look at a day. I look per week.
Okay, per week. I'm sorry. Well, I'm trying to break it.
On the low
the week
end,
and I'll divide.
Maybe 900.
Okay, 900
a week.
Okay,
that's the 900
a week, people.
That's a low end.
That's a low end. Okay.
But on the high end, no more than 1,200.
No more than 1,200.
And that's bringing in a good income every
so
week.
They're doing a nickel a week. Is it 7 days?
That's doing 6 days.
6 days. Okay. All right. So 6 days.
Because you have to give a person reset, offset.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, out there we only do 1 day.
Okay. All right.
See, on the road you gotta do 34.
Right.
But no, out there we do 1 day, 24 hours.
Right.
Reset. Yeah. So everybody around me is motivating me.
Right. And that's good. That's good you had a motivation around there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're seeing what they're doing. Yeah. You're seeing what can be done. You know what I'm saying? And I see based off your story, I mean, that is the thing that always kept you going. You saw what could be made.
Right.
What could be accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And you went after that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's amazing.
Yes.
You know, my hat is off to you. Yes. I'm telling you. And then the fact that you bring the tax background into this business as a owner operator, as a carrier. Right. You know what I'm saying? As a boots on the ground, you touching the truck, you driving the truck, so you understand. You understand what let the bank account go down. You know what I'm saying? Let it go down to buy what you need to buy.
Right.
Purchase what you need to purchase.
Right.
Get some stuff that you don't have to it's not going to make a big boom immediately.
Right.
And still use it.
It's okay.
Use it, you know what I'm saying, as a tool to drop the income down.
Right. It's
you know what I'm saying? You know, we have to learn, we have to read, we have to get out here, talk to people. Right. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? We can go out here and talk to a bunch of people who don't know nothing, or we can go talk to some owners. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who are willing to talk. You know what I'm saying? People who are out there doing it, people who've had their losses. Right. You know, took the L's. Lord knows I've taken them. You know what I'm saying? So and so it's just all, you know, it's experience based. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's experience based. Like I can tell you the stove is hot over there. And I'll tell you, listen, it'll burn you up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, they got some gloves over here. You know what I'm saying? If you need to touch it, you know, you put these gloves on, right?
Yes. And I'm doing so well, and people see my progress that now they're calling me and they're like, I'm just gonna send my truck down there to you. You know,
well, that's a good feeling, ain't it?
I have a family member that I manage their truck.
Get out of here.
From states away. They're states away, sitting at home making money, and I'm the one running around for their truck. Because they see the progress. They like, oh shoot, well, you know what, Shanda, if you're doing that well, I trust you to run my truck. I had another fellow call me today. He said, Shanda, I'm gonna just leave my truck with you. Yes, he did too. Finally. And it's crazy because these people, they say they believe in you, but until they actually see it, they don't believe it.
Right.
And now that they see it, they're like, okay, I can leave my truck down there with you.
And so now they're gonna put action with it instead of just talking.
Right. Yes.
Let me tell you something. And guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all something big. What is today?
The 11th.
But what is today though?
It's my birthday.
It's her birthday. Now, listen to what I'm telling you. It's her birthday. Her family has flown down here from Ohio. Okay? She is here on her birthday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And is willing. Who else will be willing on their birthday to come in and speak, you know what I'm saying, on any type of platform at 11 something at night?
Yes, it is midnight.
You know what I'm saying? It's going on midnight.
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? It's almost the next day on her birthday. To really give information out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To tell people, to help people, to make people better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is that's sacrifice right there, man. I'm telling you. And she done dropped more than gems. I mean, she dropped them. I mean, if you don't understand what Schedule A is, if you don't understand what Schedule C is, then you at least know where to go look and Google it before you give your stuff over to your tax person. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
Print the Schedule A.
Okay.
And look at it line for line and read it.
Read it. Schedule A, print
see all the different things that you can take advantage of. And even if the standard deduction is higher than your itemized would be, start practicing good habits so that you can also teach them into your children.
Oh.
And say, you know what? Then you give away some Jordans to the Goodwill.
Oh my!
Where the receipt at, son? Where's the receipt? And in his mind, when he grow older, he would say, "You know what? Didn't me and my wife just give away a big old dining table? Wife, where the receipt? We need to take that to the tax lady.
Come on now,
because that's what you're practicing to. You know, you're putting into, you're instilling this to your kids that you know what, these people been making these tax forms for their benefit." So that they can win.
Right.
You know? Yeah. And I mean, it's all kinds of different things.
Go spit that right there.
Yeah,
spit what she just said.
It's all types of things.
Spit that what she just said about the college.
Spending money into colleges and things like that.
Right.
Yes.
Like what type of things in college?
Their room and board.
Okay, so room and board.
That's why you're able to actually claim your child's living while they're in college until they're 24, because it's a tax write-off.
Hold
and then
now.
Not only that, you can claim them.
Hold up now.
Until
see, you moving too fast for me now. Listen,
they graduate from college.
You're moving too fast for me now.
A lot of people don't know that. As soon as their child goes to college, they don't claim them anymore on their taxes.
Because they got a job.
That doesn't mean anything. Are they paying for more than half of their expenses in their living?
Sure, because we know what
that is not true.
No, we are. Is what I'm saying. We're paying for more. That's what you're asking me.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of times people let their kids go to college and get a little job, and they stop claiming them on their taxes. Even if they're paying for room and board, paying for their transportation.
Right.
It's a tax write-off.
Lord have mercy. Listen,
yeah.
Hey, first, hold up. What Tony say? Tony, my man. I told you, Tony is on it.
Yeah.
Tony is on it. He said, "Happy birthday."
Thank you.
She's like the gift that keeps giving.
Yes.
And you have
I'm
been.
trying.
And you are. Girl, you got such a glow. You know what I'm saying? Just glowing over here, because you look like you're happy when you put information out.
And that's what I told you. I'm all about helping people.
Right. And when I tell you you've helped a lot of people, listen, hold on, let me pull this up so I can make sure they get this right here.
And I pretty much, I mean, you know, I preach the same things, and I pretty much wrote down everything that I wanted to talk about. And, you know, we need to stop using our personal credit so much.
Stop it.
You know, when you start businesses and stuff and you start using your car, let's talk about that.
Oh, go ahead. Hit him with the car thing.
Man, that's why I got into flipping cars and stuff too, because I feel like, you know what, if I'm gonna have businesses, I'm gonna have a van for my cleaning service. I'm writing off the miles. I'm writing off this. I'm writing off the maintenance. That's more tax write-offs.
Right.
You know, it's all types of things that you can take advantage of. You have an office at home.
Right.
That's a tax write-off.
Right.
Anything in that area that you're doing business.
Right.
It's a tax write-off. The ink from the printer, the paper, you know, the pens, anything that you buy.
Right.
And another thing, truck drivers, y'all have to get good with either saving your receipt or dividing your business in your personal accounts. Okay? Because accounting or a bookkeeping person, they want to be able to just look at your paperwork and know what to write off for you. You're making it easier.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying just go and keep all these receipts, because if you have a bank card and you're swiping, A lot of times they can just go to your bank records, your statements, and they can highlight whatever they see that look like a write-off, and boom.
Right.
There you go.
And even I'll tell you this, even if you have, some people won't do the business account for whatever reason. I don't know why they didn't, whatever, but if get 2 or 3 banking accounts, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And put money in the account and just only use that debit card for whatever it's business related. Just use that debit card for that. You know what I'm saying? So this way, when it comes time for tax time, guess what? You have your statements. Yep. And that is, you use that as I know it's a personal, but this is what I use. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you only use this one right here. Have that account. This is household stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways to do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's really about getting the information to the person that's keeping your books, or the person that's, you know what I'm saying? And they'll do what they do. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you just understand those write-offs, understand the things that can be written off. And that's what this really was about. You know what I'm saying, Shanda? That's why I asked you to be here, because one, we need the education. Mm-hmm. And and I got it. There's nothing wrong with passing your stuff off to a CPA or whoever's going to do your stuff, and that's good. But at least know
what you're
passing off. That's what you need to do. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then it's just kind of like having a business and you're not understanding your business. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you know what? I know it's your birthday. Yeah. You got your brothers at the hotel waiting on you. Yes. And we're gonna get you back over there. You got any other points you want to hit before you go right there?
All I want to do is just motivate more people to get their CDLs. I do. I really, really do. And it's crazy because a lot of people seeing a lot of our people getting into this business, so they're putting higher price tags on certain equipment and things like that. Don't let that scare you away. Don't let that break you. It's okay to buy a truck for $10,000, and over time you might put $5,000 into it, $10,000 into it, but just try to get out there and go for it. Don't be hesitant. That's what they want. They want to see us just stay drivers. They don't want to see us become owner operators, but I'm here to tell you, anybody could do it if you stay focused. Save that money, cook more on the truck, and things like that. Become local if you can, so that you can save more money. Regional, things like that. Just try, and yes, back to bookkeeping, full circle, like he was saying, Tony, it's important. And we're not asking you to be neat freaks. Okay. If you have like a Ziploc bag, throw your receipts in there. That's how I started. When I started trucking, I was throwing my receipts in the Ziploc bag. And then, when I went home, then I would try to like put them together. But if you're not a paper person, take it to somebody that will. The cousin or the sister that you have at home that's not doing anything, collecting SSI, have them go through your receipts, collect the unemployment. It's little simple things like that. You don't necessarily have to be an accountant. Just save certain things that will help you at the end of the year.
So get your kids to do it. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
That'll work.
Pay them a salary. You know what I'm saying? A nice salary. You know what you can pay them up to per month. You know what I'm saying? How much is the money you can pay your kid? Was it $900? It's like $900 a month. Yeah. $800 a month without it being have to be 5.
Yeah, I mean, hour is 100.
Hours 100. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Because you never know what they're dealing with.
Right. Right.
A lot of receipts, and then they're out of whack.
Right. True.
That's nothing. No. To make sure your paperwork is good at the end of the year.
That's right.
And it might just take them 1 hour to get everything together.
Yeah. It's a business expense.
That's it. It's a write-off.
That's a write-off.
That's it.
Stop being mad because you have to watch that bank account drop down.
Yeah.
Once it drop down, make it go to something else, right? And remember, you can buy something. It doesn't have to give a return right away, okay?
That's right.
It doesn't have to give a return right away. It can be a long time, or it can be a known loss.
Right.
That's what they call it. Where I'm from in North Carolina, they call them known losses. Hey man, I need a couple of known losses. Mm-hmm. I need some stuff that's gonna bust.
Yeah.
I need to buy some failing businesses. Why do you think they buy certain businesses that they know it's failing? Why would they buy their business failing? Because it's smart.
Right.
That's why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to move some account. Boy, we're going to learn one day. We're going to learn. Stop being scared to spend money. You have to spend money. That's the deal. Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to come here. You know what I'm saying? On your birthday. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God.
I wanted to get this out the way.
And I'm glad you did.
So I could get back to the Monday.
Because you said you had to get back there on Monday to get to the Monday too. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And that's good. That's good. Okay. Hey, where can they reach you at if they wanted to reach you?
Well, I don't have any business cards and I don't have a business Instagram or Facebook. So y'all could DM me on my personal Instagram. I don't accept any and everybody. Okay. I really don't be looking for clients and things like that. As far as the taxes go, normally it's word of mouth.
Right.
Okay. So if I deal with you, it's basically because I'm helping you and I want to help you.
And teach you because that's what she does. And teach you
because that's what I do. And you know, we can do some things. That's fine. You know, but that's not what I came here for. I came here to educate people.
And that's why she came too. She didn't come here to get no business.
I'm not here
at all. She's not trying to get you to.
Trust me, I don't need clients.
Yeah.
And I don't need drivers. I have drivers. Actually, I don't have enough trucks, to be honest with you. And I have 3 contracts that I possibly need to make up, but I need to buy some more trucks.
Oh man. Or take some trucks on, huh?
I don't think I want to do that.
You don't want to take no trucks on? No.
I could show somebody the ropes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I could show some. I mean, I'm already doing that though. You know,
right.
My family member brought their truck down, and I'm watching over their truck, and they made some money. And it's up and down because when you start in this business, you will spend to make.
But people don't want to do that. That's why they don't want to do it because they have to spend.
Some people are willing to.
Yeah. No. The people that want to do something, they're willing to do it. But it's more people don't want to spend money because they're like, but I don't see nothing. I don't like to be doing something. I can't see the money.
Right.
It ain't coming in fast enough.
Right.
And whatever. That's why you're gonna be where you at.
Yes, but I'm willing to help anybody, and you know, it don't come with a price, and it don't come with a cost. As long as I have time to help, I'm willing.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's girl, we cousins now. I told you we cousins. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming by on your birthday.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Now turn it. Now
she about to finish turning it all the way up.
I guess.
Hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I have Hugo coming in. He's a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of stuff to talk about as far as from a psychological standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Mental wellness. You know what I'm saying? So he's real big in that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a great time tomorrow night up in here, 5K. So I hope I can see you tomorrow.
You still walk around in them business, the many shoes. For party nigga, I was too thugged up for that. Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now ain't they mama's living room in a nice earth. Fuck you your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfucker, stop pretending of a new ever. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ending, bitch, stop pretending. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ending, bitch, stop pretending. This just for my killers who just straight up murder. Leave you in the sewer dead just like a ninja turtle. I got connections with the real fucking black mob. And I'm trying to get it right for my man God. So any drama, don't believe me that there's no problem. Niggas will torture your ass, you wish they fucking rob you. Menace to society, that's my favorite one. Desert Eagle 50 caliber, that's my favorite gun. My name's Jay Willen, yes I'm gunning for your fucking dome. You the homer kid cause you always running fucking home. And BK got a boy, your house will clap it up. Or run my mouth like a big booty bitch, I can back it up. Try niggas on pickups just like they did in Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gon' be in the casket, people trying to coffin on you. But so many hoes, ain't like it can play golf on you. Motherfuckers, stop pretending of a new ever. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ending, bitches don't forget it. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 in the bitch. Fuck that shit, boy, I'm tired of being nice. White shit in your head, it's like it's not a fucking lice. Like keep the termites fed, like the pistol stay with some lead. Like Marita dog, stay with some bread. I lived in the trailer, not no projects. It's still gone, but you couldn't run on my set. I kill niggas, dog, and also I kill time. Tell out my snitches, they had 2 fucking moms. Niggas tell me, goddamn, they drop the fucking dime. Your brains are gone, now you out of your fucking mind. And niggas know I fight you, bitch. Yeah, I'm ready to strap, but they don't fucking understand to get the bitch to that head that gun clap. It's the beginning of a new era. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still winning. G5 legacy never in the bitch, it's the beginning. This is the beginning of a new era. Say we're getting it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still winning. G5 legacy never in the bitch.